look like the protagonist from A Clockwork Orange.
We
Sup,
love
Mets?
being sad.
That's what you look like.
sad.
Like what? Like Alex?
Clean your room, bucko, and turn that frown upside down.
There in dirty old
God,
junky
it's
pessimist
creepy
town, do you?
You don't want to be in no pessimist town now, sonny boy. You need to be optimistic. Clear your room, bucko, and be cheerful.
Yeah, dude. We hate you. They kind of looked like Manson
Just me,
too.
being
Now that I
lieutenant.
think about it, didn't they? Those pessimist guys.
gotta clean
kind
the
of had a
space up.
Manson-ish look to them.
We're just like, I'm live. Paul's still live streaming. I'm listening to him still whilst live streaming. This is like some interesting inception. We get to just like listen to Paul at the same time streaming while talking about other random shit.
The rest of tonight's stream is gonna be an ASMR stream.
ASMR streams, everybody.
I'm going to read you some funny things.
Funny things will be said.
Gonna hang out.
Gonna hang out and
Just
everything.
have
Just, yeah.
very,
Just
very,
just
very slow,
slow,
relaxing time.
very peaceful tones.
Just gonna hang out together, guys. There's really no impetus.
Just know
There's
it.
really no impetus
Just pure,
for us to be
clear
loud.
relaxations. Pure and clear relaxations.
Just
Peace.
Crinkle my beard against the microphone.
the stillness.
Now we're going to let Paul Seco crinkle his beard in his microphone
Because
because that's all we ever do.
pretty nice.
Wait, are we streaming right now?
Hey Marcus, how's it going, bro?
Wait,
You're
we're
listening-
actually streaming?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, in that case, I didn't know that. Okay.
Get the fuck over, Tyler. You're listening to Paul Ziga.
We were trying to do some sort of like ASMR.
No, I don't even know what we're doing, but
Would you like to
yeah,
hear that again?
I'm listening to
I think
Paul live stream right now. Talk is expensive,
try it again. Here we go.
and we're just listening to him talk while we're chatting and shit.
I guess he's taking a.
Take a bond hit for Jesus. On it. I'm on it. On
I
it.
thought you were an
I
atheist.
really like being quiet.
I'll take a bong grip for anybody. I don't give a fuck.
Usually a very loud person.
I take bong grips for anyone.
I do enjoy.
Don't mean
value
I believe he probably was a human
enjoying
that
the
lived,
silence and the quiet.
or at least was a congregation of stories.
Nope. He was a-
Sorry about that.
nope, he was a camel. Jesus was a
Gotcha.
camel.
No, I'm not.
Gotcha.
I don't carist.
And the camel was crucified.
No, I'm a don't carist. Vanilla, no!
It didn't say forgive Father.
I'm kind
but
of
they
like that
know
way
not
too.
what
I'm
they're
kind of a
doing.
I don't carist either, aka probably
Got 'em.
A nihilist.
Got him.
got him. Gotcha! I like how Paul is just like somehow also interacting
Vanilla,
with
no. Vanilla.
Or it's just
Vanilla.
a perfect.
Vanilla,
Vanilla, no!
Vanilla,
Oh,
please.
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla,
I remember
no.
that. Yeah, they did a big deep fat fried on Vanilla Ice and how much of a douchebag he was.
Got
And
him.
there's this
Jump
one
scare.
interview where he just started
You guys
like
weren't expecting a
clearing
jump
the
scare
fucking
on a
room.
ideology, were you?
wow.
You're sad. How am I supposed to help you?
I don't
with
care
that?
when I'm old as fuck
What
if
do
I
you want me
make
to
it.
do?
Hey man, I mean,
What do you want me to do? Make you
Yeah,
some
like, for me-
sunshine juice?
I just still call myself agnostic atheist just because,
You gotta own
I
your
got,
own sad, man.
like,
You're
you know, for
responsible
me,
that
I just
shit.
don't see any, like, actual empirical evidence a
The
bong
stream
hits good
is a
shit.
roller
Damn straight it
coaster
does,
ride.
dude. It does.
Indeed.
I mean, look at me, I'm rocking back and forth now.
ASMR
But I mean,
Paul.
yeah, like, oh, Bandito,
Do
you're
like
here too.
non-whispering
But
ASMR?
I mean,
Like, what about, like...
yeah, I just don't see
really
any
quiet
actual empirical
ASMR?
evidence, but you see empirical evidence for the universe and what, you know, at least science was able to explain so far, so I believe in that.
I won't
believe
do it
that
to you
that's
again,
kind
by
of
the
more
way,
basis
so.
on our reality, but that's even
Yeah,
if
I
our
only pull that
current
gag
understanding of the
once.
universe
You don't have
is
to worry
even
about it
real,
in the
because that could even be wrong.
That's
There's a
a
green
mean
guy in the
gag,
background.
I know.
That is
You only
Brandon,
pull
good
that
stuff.
once, otherwise
Yep.
people never
Hello.
trust you again. You're the little boy who
Hello,
cried
good
wolf.
stuff.
Yeah.
What the F?
One of our roommates, who's
Fool me
Robert's
once,
son.
shame
Lives
on
in the
you.
room behind me.
Yep.
It's a room in a garage, which is also a room in a house. So it's a room
You
in
have
a
to
room
actually
in
turn
a
up
house.
your mic
Yep.
volume for ASMR because
Houseception.
Roomception. But yeah. Oh, Paul's getting quiet again. Everyone,
we just need to whisper it.
It's all good, Paul. We saw it coming. Some of you did.
Dude,
But I nailed some of you.
he saw, like, there were some really cool cartoons he was exploring that really delved into pessimism versus optimism, because the first cartoon was, like, about sunshine, like, hail your majesty, hail your majesty, hail the majesty, the sun. And it was basically all the optimist gnomes that were all happy and cheery and shit, not releasing their smile on their faces. And it was kind of a little creepy. They made it kind of creepy a little bit.
Yeah.
And then there was then a
Those old
pessimist
antique ear horns,
was like,
old
"Oh, why are you
manuscripts,
always
I wanna
happy
use
all
one
the
of those,
time?
man.
I'd
Try
rather
it
you
out.
whatever, you know, kind of just whatever."
I want to see what's
And
what
then
with them
he
things. I bet
kind
they
of
work.
threw some of his like sunshine juice that they produce on him, and he just buried that optimism into the ground. And then the fucking optimists just basically
Maybe on eBay.
assimilated all the pessimists into
Some
their culture to be
specialty website.
happy, don't be
I bet
sad.
they've got-
You need
maybe
to
they've
be
got
happy.
recommendations. I don't need, like, an
Be
antique
cheerful
one.
and optimistic.
They
Turn that
probably do.
frown upside
Nice.
down, good
Probably got
sir.
recreations of
It's
shit.
dark, dude.
Steampunk cosplay.
Sunshine juice, giggity. Yeah, dude. And the second one kind of delved into it was a 1920s cartoon. It was a 1920s cartoon on a poverty of, you know, these children who are like collecting scraps off the street of like
being
various things to sell, you know.
I never really
And when they
engaged
got
in
home
fashion.
to their and they, you know,
I
they had
always just
holes
kinda
in all their
wore
clothes and shit.
whatever was
And I mean,
comfortable
and they
hid my
and they
fat, you
went
know what I
home
mean?
and their
When I was a
mom
kid, I
had
didn't
like
get to
this
dress
one loaf
myself,
of bread, gave them
really.
half of it each.
And then,
But it was so
you know,
stale
you don't
that
get
she
to
couldn't
pick out
even
all your
really
own
break it in
clothes.
half. She had to
Parents
really
buy that shit
struggle
for
with
you.
it. And
when you get
then
old enough to, like, wanna pick
even
out
they
your
had
own
to like
clothes,
dunk
it's
the
just
bread
like,
in
all I
water
cared
just to
about
even
was,
get it
does this
down their
hide my
throats and shit,
bulgy
dude.
ass fat
And
when
then
I'm on the
they were
phone?
like, "I'm still hungry, Mama. Can we get more
And
food?"
usually the answer
And
was
normally
no,
they'll be
but
like,
some-
"Oh, we'll
some
get like
clothing,
eggs
you
in
know,
the
did it
morning
better
or
than
something."
others. A lot of
Now
black
she just started
t-shirts,
bawling and
baggy
crying because
jeans,
she knew she
baggy
just couldn't
t-shirts,
support
you know what
them.
I mean?
Like, it was pretty,
So
yeah,
I've
it was
never
pretty
really
deep, dude.
engaged in fashion.
And then
I
they
dress that
went
way
to sleep
still.
and
Like,
just had
the
a
only
dream
time
of
I've
just
ever
like,
dressed
well, you know,
differently is for
tomorrow's going to be
jobs.
better, and, you know, we're going to have
At
all these really
Starbucks,
good
you
things,
used to have
and,
to
you
wear,
know,
like, a
things are
button-down
going to be
white
great in the
shirt,
end. And, you know,
khakis,
in
your
the,
apron
in
and
the
shit,
end, the
so I dressed
cartoon
like
they
that,
do,
and
but...
at my
You know,
school
when you
district
look
job,
at
I had
that,
to
I
wear
mean, it's only
slacks,
short-lived
dress
when you
shoes,
think
and a
about it.
polo
So, I
shirt
mean,
and
it's
shit.
still a really dark
So I
cartoon.
dressed
I
like
mean,
that for the
it
job.
got, I mean,
But I've
like,
never,
these old cartoons
like-
were deep as fuck, dude. I mean,
Does
I
it
gotta
make sense?
admit.
I've never had like a look.
Like this, and then the third one was
You know,
kind of,
people have looks, you know,
was about like
got
this
like
dog
a-
who couldn't get his bone, and he
cohesive sense of
got caught
fashion
by
that
dog catchers. So, you know, he's
travels
down on his
from
luck
one
and
end of their
shit.
wardrobe to
But
the
he finds
next.
this
You know,
hole
they've
in the
got
bottom
a
of the
sense of
cart, and he's like,
style
"Oh,
and
I'll
shit.
make a bigger hole." So he did. And then while the other dogs were
Well,
just kind of sitting around, just like, well, you know, I ain't gonna
I've
make
never,
it, whatever.
I've
I'm
never
done.
experienced
You know,
that.
so
and I kind of think
then
like,
they all
I
get
kinda
out and
think I'd like
escape.
to. Like if I
Dog
get
couldn't get his
thin,
bone.
you know,
or-
if I get down to my
Hey.
weight, which is like 210,
Yeah,
I look pretty
he needs
slow.
some Viagra.
That's especially sad.
He
man.
needs
What,
some
what does a guy
Viagra,
like
bro.
me do though in
But
that situation?
yeah,
I guess
so
the girls around
then
me could help
he
me out. Like Ashley would probably
and
be able
then
to pick out
he
cool looking things for me, and Chelsea
finds this king who
you know, could probably help
you
out
know, it's
too.
old age, you know, it's like whatever,
But
down on his
are there
luck.
people that'll like help
then-
you with that? Like you
So
can
he
hire
escaped
and
by
shit.
digging that larger
Is that a
hole,
thing?
and then he...
Well, in this cart,
I
yeah,
assume
and
it is
escaped.
for
And
celebrities
then
and
he
whatnot, right?
got attracted to the
I'm not
smell
saying
of
I'm a
this chef
celebrity. I'm just
cooking
saying I
food for a
assume there are
king and
people out there
stuff.
that make their living
And
like telling
he
people how to
gave
dress.
in the end of it, I mean, I kind of didn't really pay too much attention to that one, but it was kind of
Like,
a more
what would it cost me to,
comical
like-
way of viewing optimism and shit.
Yeah,
But-
is that a
Yeah.
thing? A
Because
fashion-
in the
yeah,
end,
I guess a fashion
he ended up
consultant would be a
getting
thing, yeah.
food and shit.
Oh,
and
I
yeah,
just
kind
grabbed
of
it.
ended up being
follows
alright.
the ancient Greek formula of
So
comedy.
yeah,
from
like a
going-
fashion
going
consultant.
from
What do you think
bad
one of those
fortune
would
to
cost?
Yeah.
I guess I
Still
would have to
depicting
internet it,
the
huh, Bill
character
O'Reilly.
as being
Kings
worse
are
than
always
they
old
are.
white fucks, and this king in this cartoon was an old white fuck. So
called
yes,
a
that is
stylist,
very
though.
true.
And what about
So
the,
is
the
it a
kings
small- I thought
during
that
the
was for
slave
hair.
trade era? They're old black
I thought a
fucks that were like
stylist was a
trying
hair
to sell
person.
rival,
Am I wrong?
you know, tribal. People.
They're warlords. They are different. They're chieftain
They
tribal
were,
warlords.
They were still kings.
Nah,
They were
they're not
selling-
kings. They're just warlords and sand negroes.
Like,
they are
you know,
just
this would be a
fucking.
person that, like,
They're
that's
just
how I
fucking
envision it going
Muslims,
down,
warlords. They ain't
This
kings.
person comes to my pad, right?
They're just
The
moose.
mausoleum.
We just need to
Down
bomb
with
them and
them
nuke
for
them
an hour,
until
or
it's
whatever. They interview
good.
me about
Just
things
turn that
and get an
fucking
idea
sand
about my
into just a
personality,
fucking
and then-
plate of
and
glass.
you know, what do you like about fashion?
At
Show
least
me
be
some
young
pictures of shit.
At least be a young fuck.
Say, like, which one
Well, I
of these
mean,
do
in
you
China
like?
they
You know,
had
give me a
emperors who were
selection,
like
kinda
2 years
write down all
old.
my
So I mean, at least they
answers.
had something going.
And then take my
They had
measurements,
children
like,
for
measure
fucking
my waist
emperors.
and my,
So
all
I
that
mean,
shit,
like,
everything they need.
yeah, I
measure
mean, the
around my
Qin
shoulders, my
dynasty
hips,
ended
whatever they need
because
to
of a
get me
fucking
some
2-year-old
good
being
fitting
emperor.
clothes, right?
And
then they just go
I
out
want
and they
to
buy me a bunch of shit that
illegalize
looks cool.
red clothing.
You know, I'll pay for the clothes, obviously.
Because my mom wears red and
You know, I
she's a
give 'em a
poo
budget
head.
or whatever,
like
and they go shop and they get me
is
a
that
wardrobe
all
filled
a
with
fucking
shit that
Well,
weird
it
old
was-
forever
that,
do?
like, fits
Well,
me
it
right.
was basically a regency government, so it was just
Average cost.
it was
is
status quo.
$220,
Like, I mean, it was
they make
still
around 80
the
grand a
hierarchy
year.
of the government
What?
just in
Was
control.
there just like
They must
somebody
work
else,
all the fucking time,
working
then.
behind the scenes?
It was
And-
just,
but he was like the
you know, the
figurehead?
advisors
I
and
wouldn't
shit
need the
for the
person
actual emperor.
more
It was
than
just
one.
them. It was just them
Is it weird
doing
that I
everything
even care
because
Oh,
about that?
okay, that
I
makes
kinda
sense.
do.
Yeah, basically
It's-
pushing
and
their
not even
influence
really
on the
because I
emperor
care
and
how I
shit.
Because
look,
I mean,
it's just-
there couldn't be
It's a
any
part of human
kind
Yeah.
life that I've never
You
really
can't have a
engaged in as
system
an
just
adult.
ruled
Like,
by a
ooh, I look
child. I
nice
mean, there
in
had
this.
to have
That's
been the
not in my
advisors, like
vocabulary,
somebody
you know?
else
It'd
in
be-
power.
It'd be cool.
Working
Well, a
behind the
child has
scenes.
no fucking like experience or worldview.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck is this kid gonna know besides I'm the ruler of everything? So he's just gonna grow up to be a sociopathic
What's your
freak
favorite
anyway.
song in Labyrinth?
Yeah,
I
and
like
also
Chill
a
It Down.
spoiled
I
brat,
like,
too.
Oh my god, spoiled as fuck,
I don't know what
dude.
the name of it is, but
Like,
it's
he's
that one at
already
the
got
end.
everything.
Yeah.
And he hasn't even worked for it.
Basically,
That's how
I
you
like
get
that one, and I
assholes like
like,
Donald Trump.
As the world falls
Who
down.
inherits-
Those are my two favorites.
or who, you know, aka Kim Jong Un. Yeah, that too. I would say the same thing for him because his father passed down the reins, and
Agreeable.
Yeah.
yeah. Though I feel
That's
like
my
he's
shit.
a little bit more pro-Western than he wants to admit. He
Yeah,
he likes
loves
basketball. He loves
Oh,
basketball.
fuck, Paul's
His national basketball Korean team played with a bunch of retired basketball players
There you
like
go.
Dennis Rodman. Hence,
Well, damn.
the only thing he has is youth. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
And it seems, from what I can tell, it just is at least
Magic
cooperative
Dance
with
is
this,
great,
this
but I
whole
like the
summit
slower, I like
situation.
The ballads, man.
The
I
summit
know,
I like
situation.
the,
as he says, surprisingly.
The ominous
Yeah,
sound of that.
surprisingly, yeah.
That
So,
final song.
you know, I'm still a little optimistic about that, despite my
See,
more pessimistic views and shit. But yeah, like, I mean, because
I mean,
The
Kim
main-
Jong Un has like everything but nothing at
Within
once.
you,
Because
yeah.
like,
his military
his
budget
medic-
is a Pop-Tart and 5 cents.
not only that, but like he has a tiny dick. Like it's like a fucking Tic Tac, but when it's like erect. I bet. Oh, like that's the same thing with like Adolf Hitler. He had a micro penis, and only one testicle was like descended properly
Moody
after
as
puberty.
fuck.
Yeah.
Was
That's
that
at
David
least
Bowie that just played?
I think so.
It sounded like David Bowie.
It sounded like David Bowie. I like David Bowie.
Wait, now there are two people watching?
So,
Oh,
either
who's
within
this second
you or as the
individual
world falls
situation?
down.
Ooh.
Who is the second? Is it Brett
Fred
King?
Morgan actually
Is it
covered
Brett
As
King?
the world falls down.
Is it Brett
but
King?
Hasn't uploaded it to his
Brett
SoundCloud. I wish he
King.
would if he still has it.
The manatee!
Because, man,
The manatee,
that's
no!
awesome shit.
I could watch Paul
No,
through
that's a good
Ignar.
idea.
Exactly, you can, because I literally have this
I
little
could
speaker just
SoundCloud
hooked up to
some
my
shit.
phone,
I could
and I'm
get
just
more
letting it
into
play.
SoundCloud.
You know, honestly, it works good because
Some of his
some of the
music
stuff he's been
is
saying
wonderful.
actually kind of has just been playing along with what we're saying.
Yeah,
So
you
it
can
all
put
works
some of
out
it in the
together.
background.
I mean, we're listening to Paul while we're streaming. I was gonna do it anyway. He showed up randomly, used my bathroom before greeting me, so I'm putting you on the spotlight for that. I don't give a shit.
My body just didn't give me a choice. It was
Have
either
you seen
I did
America's
that or
president?
I
He
shat
looks like an
myself.
old, wrinkled orange. He is Senor Orange and heretic.
Senor Orange.
Senor Orange.
Yeah, give me my
Senor Tomat is only the one
Or
true fruit.
Actually, the real way you'd say that in Spanish is
So,
Senor
We
Naranjado.
recorded a lot of the songs.
Well,
we
I'm
wrote,
calling him Orange,
together.
so
I really
screw
like
you,
him,
good
man.
sir.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't
Um,
care. It makes sense to me.
98, he was with a band
Or he
called,
reverse Carrot
the
Top.
Skunk
Oh!
Ouch.
Who's the hippie? He's TK. He will be my future host with me on the
That's
show.
metalhead.
Man,
Thank
the
you
covers
very
are
much.
great.
Well, I
I
definitely
always
call
loved
myself a
Bonnie and
hippie.
Clyde, man.
AKA
You guys in the
Carrot
mood for a
Bottom.
little bit of-
Carrot Bottom.
Shit.
Dude, Trump is a carrot bottom. He's got like a carrot for a bottom. He's got like fucking carrot going on for it. He's got like a carrot and 2 fermented rotten plums for, you know, his situation down there.
Oh,
That's his
God.
situation. Whoa.
What's that? Punk rock!
Folk rock! Long hair equal hippie where I live. I have a long ass hippie hair too. Lol.
So wait, where are you living at?
I just, At first, it sounded like a Rush song.
Oh god, that explains it.
Alabama.
I would hate to be there.
Dude, most of my viewers are from the South, kind of ironically. But you know what? That's
They're
cool.
looking to escape.
The escape is near, and I am your escape. Bow down to our punk and glorious cult of ignorism. Woo! Yeah.
We need like a Harriet Tubman for you type of people, you know what I mean?
Well, she's gonna be on a $20 bill from what I've heard.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be good. Like, replace Andrew Jackson. That guy was a piece of shit.
Unfortunately, he's on the back of it.
God damn it.
I know, we can't get rid of him. We can't get rid of Jackson, dude. He's on our $20 bill still. I feel bad for you, G. I fucking despise it. Yeah, dude, not only the weather, but some of the fucking, especially like the backwoods culture of Alabama just sounds insane, dude. I love how Paul's just listening to just some fucking
homophobia, sexual repression,
Christianity,
STDs,
everything is dirt cheap here.
Christianity.
It sounds
probably
like
because nobody wants to live there.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's moving to Portland, so they're making shit
that
expensive.
was a song that
But no one wants to live in
Morgan
Alabama,
actually
so
wrote
shit's cheap.
While we were at the California State Summer School for the Arts, my sophomore year, his freshman year, freshman summer,
Alabama does
sophomore
sound pretty
summer
twisted.
in high school.
I mean, like, there's that song by Leonard Skinner, but like, I just,
high fidelity recording.
it's got good guitar riffs,
higher
but if
fidelity
it didn't have the
recording,
good
it's
guitar
obviously
riffs, it
not a
would piss
hi-fi
me
recording.
off. And part of that
You know,
song
it
does
got
kind of
some
piss me off, to be
production,
honest.
I really think it came
Just
better.
replace Sweet Home Alabama with Sweet Home,
There's one
insert
that's
some
kinda,
other
like,
state.
racially insensitive that I'd like to
That
play for you
doesn't
guys,
suck.
but I'm afraid you think
Yeah.
less of me for it.
Exactly.
I wrote the lyrics,
I just say,
but,
Sweet Home Oregon.
But
Just
that doesn't really fit as well.
I don't give a fuck, it sounds good to me. Sweet Home Oregon.
Best recording of it by far.
I mean-
it's a really pretty
Portland,
song,
Oregon.
but there's a
There we go, that kind of works too.
particular
Yeah,
lyric
what do you
in
want,
it
Bandit?
that's
Do you
not
want
good.
up here?
I'll play
Here.
it in a little bit.
Eventually, Alabama will cave and legalize, I'm sure. There's a medical bill proposed every year, and every year it's gained few more points. That's good, dude. That's
Not
good.
only that, but I think Alabama should also, like, it's gonna take a long time to lose social stigmatism.
I'm gonna try to do something here.
You just, I mean, I feel like honestly, some of the kind of delving into like the
But
pessimism.
that's why I recommend we should just send stormtroopers and just burn every church. Oh wait, no, I'm kidding.
If I can-
True. He's just like true. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty insane how you know religion has really put a foothold in this country, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean,
It's-
I mean,
really
remember what
ironic.
LA said about how Southern Utah, like when he told me the story of this Mormon, owned grocery store he went to as a kid in Southern Utah, and there was a mentally disabled kid, fucking mopping the floors and shit, and he said hello, and the kid waved hi, but then the fucking Mormon dad whipped his belt out and fucking started beating the kid just right in the open right there, dude.
Oh my god.
And I guess
what
it's
the-
acceptable down there. I literally can't afford to live elsewhere. Damn, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So,
why
let's see
fucking
if I
living
play
wage
this.
is needed.
I'm gonna play a little
Yeah.
bit.
A living
Sorry, I'm
wage in
just
every
messing
state,
with you guys.
like
I'll probably
Oregon's
do
like
shit off stream,
$13.75 or something like that. I think like New York is up in like $21 an hour.
Bear
That's
with me.
because like in
Wyoming,
New York,
Wyoming's like $9 or $8 an hour or something like that. While I think like Alabama's more up to like $9 an hour or something like that. It varies state to state.
This is
'Cause I
also
mean,
a song
like,
about the town I grew up in.
762 here.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
See,
That's
there is
the
not one state here in this country that the living minimum wage is like 7 whatever. That's insane. That's generally. What are you doing, Bandit?
Well, that's actually the average
Yeah.
in all states. Like
But-
that's the average. I mean, if you like take all the states and you make data out of them, pussy. I would assume that this cat hates this.
But he's fine with it. Look at him. He's not fucking fighting. He's not fighting. He's just chilling.
Oh, Billy.
He's not fighting it at all. So I'm just gonna keep going. I mean, look at that cat has a boner. What?
Cat has a
No, he doesn't. He's neutered. He's neutered. He's just got a fucking gigantic fucking man bun.
Yeah. Oh my god. Just why?
Because he just doesn't get. Look at him. He just sits there. Look at him. He just fucking sits here. He's just like, well, this is my current torment.
Part of the Rebel Alliance. He's a part of the Rebel Alliance.
And a traitor. Take him away. Don't play Red Rocket with your cat. I don't play Red Rocket with anything. Gross.
Red Rocket.
It's more oriented towards dogs because their shape of their dicks.
What
Dude,
the fuck?
have you seen what a fucking dog is shaped like? It's like they got like the base.
I don't take the time to look at that shit, bro.
I don't either. Fuck you. But I mean, it's just their anatomy. So I mean, what do you expect? It fucking looks like a rocket with like the fucking boosters at the bottom, which ties them together, and then the fucking. I'm shutting the fuck up.
Oh, you know what would fit?
Look at him. He
perfectly after you did that. You know what would fit
Look at him, dude.
perfectly with that. Like, okay, I'm going to. So no.
Fat bastard. This
This
boss
will be funny. Describe that again, but with this music.
I'll just have to turn Paul down.
We've already heard.
Describe it again with this music. So like, just start describing it. I'm gonna click on it.
I mean, the fucking. Okay, I'm gonna try to go back. I can't do it verbatim, but. Like, a fucking dog. Why am I doing this? The fucking dog's dick is just shaped like a fucking rock because of the booster. Is it even playing? Why am I doing this? Do you know lions and most big cats have barbed dicks? That's why females hate having sex. All cats have that. Every little feline, including this adorable man peach, has that barbedness.
Do that description again, but with this.
So, like. What is it? Why am I playing?
No, just do it.
I'm not doing it until you show me, bro. No. I don't consent.
Big red rocket heading.
The fucking the red communist rocket with the fucking dog dick boosters launching semen into the capitalist bitch pigs. Is that what's going on? Oh my god. Communism! God!
I don't know.
At least it wasn't the Third Reich. This would have just been perfect.
Oh, God.
I am the new Count Dankula, everybody. Seek Heil, kitty.
Oh no.
Seek Heil.
If we like stepped into Britain, we would be.
We would be arrested.
On the spot.
We would.
Nope.
Look, he's just sitting here. He just doesn't give a fuck. I'm just manhandling this cat. This. Rocket launchers are messy.
Sometimes.
Dictatorship of the proletariat. It's the dictatorship of proletariats, and this kitty is the epitome because he's lazy fuck, and he's exploited like good capitalist. No. Like good proletariat. Oh, he took a chomp in him.
Yeah.
He's just like
just
too
bit
rough.
my
He's just like too rough, fam. Too rough.
Well, I'll figure it out.
Oh my god, this cat, dude.
His big ass belly. This cat is just over a years old, and he's huge.
Dude, this
he's gargantuan.
He's a fat motherfucker,
for
dude.
his age.
Is that a? Oh shit, there's a flea. I'm gonna pick that fucker off him. Where is it?
Oh.
There it is. Oh, got it. Sweet. I'm gonna kill it.
Not enough time.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, this is a fat one. This like is. I can feel this thing physically trying to push off. Oh
Fat
shit.
Boy, fat
Alright,
flea.
well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Thank you guys.
Paul, no, it fucking jumped out of my hand.
We'll do this
Whatever.
again sometime. Good night.
Well, bye, Paul. Fuck you for just abruptly ending on my streamers.
You abandoned us.
He abandoned hope and left us like TJ does. Every fucking week, abandoning hope.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
So what exactly you're saying is you're anthropomorphic cat ladies and men? Yeah, I am. I am saying that. I mean, I am indeed into anthropomorphic men kitties and female kitties. Yes. Yes, we all are. Well, I don't know about him, but I am.
Well, not sexually.
That's bullshit. I know
I'd
it.
rather just be in.
You look at a solo portrait of a sexy female like husky babe, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's pretty nice.
But it's like I'd rather that she be human.
Dude, I don't.
I only look at the booty and I'm just like, that's a good booty. I just wish it didn't have a tail.
Oh my god, that's whatever. I'm much more into alien women. See, I'm like, unless it was like aliens like the Cations or the Ferocians in like Star Trek or some shit, like I mean, or just more like sexy feline. Am I right? Damn straight. Look at this fat fuck. Look at him, dude. He's just sprawled out, legs spread. Like, what is he doing? Ready to take it or some shit? Look at him.
No, he just looks like
He's content, dude.
he just looks like he's he got done like after a Seinfeld binge eating ice cream, and this is the end result.
He's just twitching. He's like twitching a little bit. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, little fat boy. Oh my god, dude.
He looks like one of Garfield's friends.
Yeah, he looked
fucking lasagna
it's like
binge.
it's like Garfield. Honestly, Garfield's a stoner cat. I mean, like this is like one of Garfield's stoner friends if we had Garfield with us, but Garfield is not with us. We had a clone. We had like a relative of Garfield, Scooter, but I mean, he wasn't really that orange. It was just he was a ginger cat. Garfield's roommate in college, exactly. And you met him? Yep, exactly. Found out he smoked weed too, and they became friends ever since. Oh, he's stretching. Oh, is he getting up?
Never type the word trapping to point up.
I do anyway, especially furry traps. It's nice.
God. Ugh.
There actually is one video of that, and I looked at some of the comments, and they were like, oh my god, I actually didn't know that this...
Did anybody find the video of TJ shoving a banana up his ass yet?
I haven't seen that, but I want to, honestly. I just want to partake in the lols and the old memedom of his lore.
So wait, did he do that before he did a YouTube channel, or
no,
like in his early days?
I seen it once.
You've seen it once?
Probably the last very funny. You actually seen TJ in the oil video. See, the oil video is available, but I was specifically looking for the banana video, so I didn't watch it. So, I'll definitely have to look into the oil video. Damn, Eagles Pro... You actually know of the Amazing Atheist, TJ Kirk. Lots of oil.
Lots of oil?
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure there was a lot involved. But...
So did he like rub his body in oil or some shit?
Pretty sure it looked like it. His chest was just oiled up and ready to go. I don't remember where the banana video is though.
That was in a pornography
It's somewhere.
website?
I don't know where it is. I can't find it. I just can't find it. I look up TJ banana video.
Weird.
Oh, I love looking up banana vids on PH. There's a lot of them.
Wait, so there are
No, he
people
poured
that
hot
shove
oil
banana
on his
up
junk.
their bananas up their butts?
Well, he poured it all over his body because the thumbnail was him on his chest, so I'm assuming it was probably a little mixture of both.
Ew, okay.
Yep, good old TJ. He still does it to this day, I'm sure. He says he does.
What the fuck?
That's a fat boy!
No, he poured hot oil on his junk.
Don't look up sounding gone wrong. I am not even looking up sounding, period. Fuck you, dude.
Sounding? The fuck is this shit?
Don't look it up! Do not, no. I'll just tell you. Just don't look it up. It's where you stick things in your dick. Just don't look it up. It's where it's like
you stick things in your urethra?
Like a catheters and shit. Yes, but it's for pleasure.
Ow.
Yes.
Ouch.
Don't look it up. Please, for the love of everything human and basis on the consciousness of our own fucking reality, don't look it up. Please, I don't want to be scarred. I already get scarred when that shit's blasted as a thumbnail on like XTube or some shit. I don't need to see it. I don't need to see it.
Oh my god. Oh, that's disgusting.
It's not pleasure though. Some people take it as pleasure. Their dicks are hard as fuck. So, yeah.
There's something wrong with them. They were abused as a child, and they get a jolly off of pain.
Oh my god. I don't.
Up the urethra!
Sympathy pains, man. Sympathy pains. No!
Urethra.
You get automatic AIDS when you do it. Especially if it's unsanitary, of course.
Oh yeah, especially with this resin all over.
This has a sharp point with resin all over it. That would infect me and kill me. And first of all, stop! Let's just stop. Let's just talk about Hitler or something, because at least that's better.
Well, maybe we'll shove it in Hitler's urethra.
I've seen thumbnails of people sticking pens up their dicks. I don't need to actually get reminded. Put it down.
I hope I do this right.
Oh my god, what are you doing with my... I'm sure Paul and TJ are secret gay lovers, and they just pay Chelsea and Ashley to pretend they're girlfriends. I don't know. Paul's pretty straight buckos, from what I can tell.
This up the urethra?
That would just burn the tip of my dick to a nice bacon crisp. Reminds me of 9th grade math.
Wait, what the fuck? How does that remind you of 9th grade math?
I'm not even gonna... And 1st grade.
Where did you go to? Catholic school?
I'm not gonna ask. We should... Every so often, the straight mask drops a little. At least for TJ. But he's bi already, so it doesn't matter.
Well, he just has... Oh, okay, just
Laughing emojis.
faces.
I'm gonna snag this and just do this. Bam.
Ooh.
Oh, well, that's somehow...
Okay, I have to connect that to Bluetooth.
No, I don't. When it's on this, it doesn't have to.
Oh.
I just jacked your phone. Like, we're jacking my stream
Oh,
in my
that
bathroom.
case, I need to... I don't think you know my password.
Oh, it's different. Damn. I thought it was in 1984. But secretly, kids don't do kinky stuff till 14. I feel like even then, it's a little sooner than that. I'm not gonna share anecdotes, but yeah.
All right.
Hold up.
So what did you want to look up?
I will look it up.
No,
we can look up.
Tell me.
We can look up
My
interesting.
sister lost her virginity at 13. Well, that's because you.
She's a
live in
whore.
Okay.
She's
well,
actually just straight up a whore, dude. Slutty as fuck.
Yeah, but like the southern,
Dude, she
culture
offers
there-
cops blowjobs just to get away with a ticket.
What the fuck?
I'm not
Okay,
lying.
That's pretty
Ask
slutty.
him.
That is pretty slutty.
The
But,
honors are up to you, Venom, good sir.
Like, okay, that's the problem with like the South. Like with this incredibly like conservative,
It's true.
like,
There you go.
upbringing.
It's true.
You repress sexuality, and the more you try to repress sexuality, like the worse it's gonna get. Like they're gonna find other ways to express that sexuality, and it's
Like
more
with the family
dangerous.
puppy or their cousin or something.
It's more perverted. I mean, that's why you have like pedophile priests. The Catholic Church, they don't allow them to have sex. They're not allowed to do that. So they turn to children because they think, oh, well, I'm still a virgin and so is this child. But they're not. They're just perverts.
Yeah, basically.
And that's actually where BDSM came from. Repressed sexuality.
And now that's why people like me like it. That reaction's like,
See, like, if you didn't have this kind of shit, you'd remain like me, being vanilla. And just
vanilla, no! Vanilla, no! Vanilla, I had to throw that one out right
See,
then
I'm
and
just
there.
a normal, straight vanilla dude. And the funny part is I'm a liberal.
Vanilla, no.
But, like, all this other kinky shit comes from conservatism. The conservatism, like, it unintentionally and inadvertently causes all the shit that they don't like.
Yeah. Pretty much. She peaked early and is using 100% to her advantage. The fact that due to genetic fuck up that she can't get pregnant is a bonus. Well, there you go, too. That basically is like her calling to be like, free sex whenever. Spread 'em, bitch. Spread 'em.
That's kind of sad that she can't get pregnant, but I guess you don't trust her having kids.
Considering that lustness, I wouldn't either. Hold on, I was gonna pull up, now that I remember, a DP segment.
So wait, how old is she now?
Yeah, I also don't know, like what? 20? I don't know. 21? I don't remember, but 13. Nah.
He's guessing.
Yeah, my friends call me white bread.
White bread.
White bread.
Now? Yeah, that's what I'm curious, only because...
What was I gonna look up? Oh my god, okay, I know. What's...
18.
Oh my god.
So, I mean, I probably shouldn't expect this in the South, but was she at least safe about it?
Considering how...
I know, they don't even have real sex ed. It's abstinence only, because having sex before marriage is a sin in the eyes of the Lord. Oh, he just says, fuck no. Wow, that actually pretty much just... Yeah, that it confirms
Sums it up.
everything I said.
Yep.
Holy crap. Sometimes, like, You'll be told, oh, well, you know, everything you say can't necessarily be true unless you go out there and see it for yourself. But seeing somebody who actually lives there...
Okay, couldn't find it, whatever.
It seems that everything that I guessed was correct. Wow.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I'm a little bit raspy. Imagine all the fucking high schools down... All the fucking in high schools down there.
I'm allergic to latex, and so is she.
Oh.
Oh my god.
You guys can't actually use condoms then.
Damn.
That kind of sucks. So I mean, if
Unless
there is
they're rubber.
any kind of contraceptive out there, which there probably isn't, would there be like a spermicide or like, you know, birth control?
Well, I mean, there's no need for birth control. Goat skin condom.
Well, I mean, I've heard of those, but how? So like, I'm kind of confused by it. Like, in what way is it different from a latex condom?
Wow.
Like, how does it feel? Like, in comparison. Because I know they had to have used those in ancient times. Like, I know if the Greeks ever used condoms, which in some cases I kind of doubt.
I'm trying to find some interesting... There was this one thing I'm trying to see. It's not my channel. It's not my channel. I'm looking all this up, so it's harder to fucking look it up. It's because for me, super thick. Damn straight, dude.
Probably makes your dick seem larger.
I'm not even finding what I'm trying to find. Whatever. Fuck all. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, Marty.
So thick
Whatever.
you can feel anything. Probably.
Well, we can use that to
barely
fucking like
feel
pull up
anything.
anything if we want to.
Probably like you can barely feel anything.
Oh shit! Water's starting to leak out under this.
Like us. Wait, what?
What?
Dude, put that up again. I was just like.
Like a soak sock. Sock.
Like a soak.
I forgot how to spell that now that I'm drunk.
Like a soak. Like a sock. Is that what you meant? A sock?
Damn. You were drunk before. You're drunk now. You're perpetually
Oh
drunk.
man, I kind of wanted to drink from that. That shit you put on your feet. Like athlete's foot cream?
I have no idea what that's called because I don't really use anything for my feet.
Like Ultraman Ultra? Is that what you're thinking?
Ultraman Ultra. We are sponsored by Ultraman Ultra.
Your goat skin condom is sock. Yeah, that's... Okay. Yeah, that's
Shit you
that's
put
what
on
my
your
first
feet.
guess was. Damn. Well, what kind of stuff are you
That's how you
drinking?
spell it.
Like, what do they drink in Alabama? Like some kind of whiskey or... I don't know, I'm only guessing at that point. I wanted to drink a little bit from
There's
that.
like nothing in here right now.
Well, we can wait until then.
I've been waiting.
Vodka. Oh,
But
shit.
moonshine.
Vodka.
Well, there's someone
Well-
on my stream who normally does fucking essentially like moonshine mead and wines and ciders and shit. Cheap $5 vodka. Well, there's some of that here too, but it's probably more like $6 instead of like $5. There was this I think there were, actually I think I know I remember. I think it was from JRE Clips with the Joe Rogan clip. Well, you're not clicking on Joe Rogan. I think you clicked on
Oh, Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Okay. What
JRE
clip?
Clips. Just go there.
Okay.
Because their podcast is like, God, so long. We wouldn't do a podcast within a stream. That would be insane.
So, Joe on women who called cops on 8-year-old.
I'll try to go from here.
Oh, shit. Aristocrat.
Aristocrats.
What about aristocrats?
Do you want our good world views on aristocratinations?
Aristocracies? I think aristocracies are bullshit. You know, it's like the few rolling over the many.
That's the brand.
Oh, okay.
They are
That's
hot.
what you meant.
I
They
found
are
something
hot.
here.
I had an argument with someone about the wage gap. And they really believe that men and women work right next to each other doing the same job, and the woman is only making 75
So this
cents
is
a
Joe
dollar.
Rogan on wage
Like, that's
gaps.
put out there.
No,
But this is a
arguments.
crazy thing to
It's more
argue.
like a collective
if you're going to argue that,
earnings
if you're gonna
gap.
argue, you should know what that is.
What's-
You should know what that is. Otherwise, you're just talking shit, like which we all do sometimes. But you got to be willing to say,
All those aren't necessarily true.
So which studies have you read? And it's
yeah.
almost always.
What was it?
Alex
Studies.
Jones DMT.
Wait, what was it? Look up Alex Jones DMT. Alrighty, we'll put that up right next. So, but what was not necessarily true?
The thing about the wage gap is, well, it was already done because it was the Equal Pay Act. I think of it was during like 1970 or okay, no, it was during JFK's. Yeah, it was during his term.
So
and
the
it
60s.
ensured, yeah, it was in the early 60s. That ensured that women would get equal pay.
1976.
And then
No,
they
it was probably
no,
1960.
It was much earlier than that, because if JFK got shot in
1968. 3, yeah. Oh, 1961.
So
Probably.
it was probably 1961 or 1962, somewhere around there. But there was an Equal Pay Act, so
well,
the thing that's happening, like, you know, that those graphs that they look at, they're essentially trying to make it look like that, but it's because it really depends on the careers. See, like, the reason why women collectively don't earn as much as men is mainly because of the very different, you know, careers that they choose. Women are more likely to pick careers in psychology, in nursing,
or like even like home care,
like, you know, HR,
nurse.
like, you know, human resources, or even as teachers, than guys who would be like firefighters, cops. You know,
did
like,
you ever look up being cops
industrial jobs?
Not yet.
Because like the thing about industrial jobs is like there are still a couple of women there that you might see every now and then. Like if you work in a machine shop,
yeah, I remember
but there
that.
aren't as many women there as men. Like you might find like 3 women, you know, to 7 men.
I'm the
for
only
most
man
part.
in my deli department, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
Besides
and
the
also
China
culinary.
cooks.
Like a lot more women in some aspects are into in culinary things. So the thing is, like, it's not really a wage gap; it's an earnings gap. It depends on like the career, with very many other contributing factors. It's actually more complicated than one will think.
Honestly, I mean, if like living wages were a factor into it, like, everyone just had a living wage, this probably wouldn't be a big deal.
And also, it's not as usual, but also the concept of like staying home moms, which is kind of beginning to wane because you kind of need 2 incomes these days.
Heard there's an orgy in Vegas and single men are not allowed in. You have to bring a female to get in. Oh, damn.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Single men are not allowed in. Why is that the case?
Why? Invite everybody. It's an orgy. Everyone gets
But it's
fun.
like, isn't that the
Bring
point?
the furries, bring the fucking gays, bring the lesbians, bring them all.
I think if there's an orgy, I think, if there's any legal action that should be like involved in that, what should happen is that
Put it in a building.
you should try to
Trying to break the world record for largest orgy. Too bad against Book of World Records. I actually remember this now. They won't recognize it, even because there was somewhere in Japan that had like 500 people involved, and now they're gonna have 1,000 for this one. They're trying
wouldn't
to.
it be like the more the merrier? Well, anyway, what I was going at is like if you ever start an orgy, you should require everybody to have some proof that they were tested for any kind of STDs.
Poles and holes.
Poles and holes.
Bring all the cocks and holes. Poles and holes. Poles and holes. Poles and holes. Bring all the cocks and poles and holes.
Well, it just makes more sense to say poles and holes because that rhymes pretty well.
Well, that's why
That's a perfect rhyme too.
Wink.
Wink.
Anyway, after let's read up more about this. However you fucking unlock this fucking thing.
Let me do this.
Yeah, I'm letting you do it. I'd go. I can't get finger men's butts while I bang whores, lol. Bits for the win. Buys for the win.
I believe that.
Damn straight,
what
dude.
you could do is like, you could be fucked in the ass while you're fucking a woman in the pussy.
Yeah, that works too.
I think that's called like a train, a love train, like
Or a 3-way.
Yeah, a 3-way or like a love train.
After this, we gotta look up Alex Jones DMT, or where'd it go? Oh, I already went. Alex Jones DMT, though. Well, that was a very quick little, 30-second spit of Alex Jones on the minimum wage gap, or Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that's the song you should have in mind, too. It's like, you got love
I've done that before. I haven't.
You're getting fucked in the ass. And you're also fucking a woman. Isn't this what the song's really about? He's like fucking, he's embarrassed right now. He's so embarrassed. It's okay.
Okay, I don't want to get copyrighted.
But yeah, I know, I wasn't gonna have too much of that song exposed. But yeah, to the Joe Rogan stuff on the wage gap arguments.
So versus whatever. Luckily, we're not in charge of making decisions.
People love to put these studies out, like to tweet
Save
them out
some of that
without
melting
having
water
even looked
for
at
me.
them at all.
Yeah.
It's starting to melt more now
Some
that
of
I've been
these are
fucking
they're
with
so
it.
Like the
there's
ice
studies out there
caps.
that prove everything.
Oh.
With wage gap. He's like, so
Oh,
you're
don't even
telling
joke
me
about that.
I can
That's
get the
sad.
same I'm a smart
That's sad.
businessman who's made a bunch of money. And I can
That
get
is
the same
sad. I
level
am
of talent
Sad.
out of this woman.
Or better.
Sad.
Well, let's just say equal, but 75% or better. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. Or equal or probably better. That's
Definitely
75 cents on the dollar.
Fat
And I'm a
girl,
smart
me, and my
businessman,
former
I'm
best
not
friend.
gonna go with the lower cost,
My first three.
equal
Nice,
talent
dude.
or
Yeah.
better
Whoa.
talent. That's
Hey,
how can I
I
run a
love
successful business making
Hey,
that
I
kind
would
of
totally
decision?
get giggity with a
Yeah,
with
it
a
would
nice
just-
hunk,
they would be
husky
hired at
woman.
far higher rates.
I mean,
Or you can look
I mean,
deeper at it.
I've
like-
been around
just
too
like
many
little
like petite
jobs or
women.
whatever.
I
So
need
again, I
like
haven't raised
a
studies,
big
but
girl, you know.
I just
I
listen to
think
people
that-
who have.
yeah,
think you're
I mean,
right.
I
think there's
talk
something
with
to
one
that.
occasionally. I mean, her
If
and I
they
are.
really could
Or
hire
at least
the
we
same
got
people for
vibes
the
that
same
are,
job
show we're interested.
and
So
get
I
a
mean,
woman who's
that might
just
go
as good at it
somewhere.
for
So who
75 cents.
knows?
It's horseshit, though.
They
Who
would,
knows?
they would hire only women.
The people don't know what we're talking about. It's all based on.
That's
what
a good
job to
argument
choose.
too. Like
It's
to
like
disprove that wage gap
Pulling
thing.
fat girls down here for you. Well, healthy thickness, you know what I mean, or at least not like McDonald's fats, you know what I mean.
It's like we're trying to listen to the Joe Rogan
Desperate
podcast,
fat girls.
and then suddenly we're like, well, which we just left the subject. Damn. I don't know.
Hey, if I do meet up in like Alabama or some shit, if they wanna, I'm open. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, the
I like
thing
them
about
big.
it is
I like them thick. I like a little chunk.
the thing about like romantic life or like sex searching is it's kind of you want what you can't have kind of thing. So like the less convinced that they are, like the less they can see themselves having you, the more they try to go for you.
Hey, you might not get a 10, but at least you fucked 5 2s.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's just a summary of that.
I don't know if I'd ever fuck a 2.
I'm jealous for my sister. She will be moving in Colorado in a few months. Oh, dude, that's
Oh,
where
man.
the weed is. Join her, man. Join her. Split the rent. And then you can have 50-50s. That's my way of thinking. Damn straight. I don't know why I'm getting Italian with Colorado.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I don't know either. It's more like, hey, let's go to Aspen, man. I aim for 5s. Yeah, like... I'm open to and 6s. Oh, I mean, yeah. I
aim for 5.5s and 6s, or 5.5s and above. If they're a 4 or below, I usually don't.
I mean,
I don't.
I'll love him and be good with him and kind as a friend and shit. But wow, dude, look at this. This is his
Well, then
marijuana
again,
seed.
Everybody has their
Dude,
own.
look at the seed. This is
Save
fat.
it.
This is fat. Like, this is a fat seed. Like, they're not even this big. Dude, this is
So,
like
dude,
3 times the
if you
size of
do
a regular
move to
seed.
Colorado, you're gonna look back at this and you're gonna laugh your ass off because they probably have like genetically modified seeds where they're even fatter.
Oh
So
my
it's like
god.
you look at this and you're like, oh,
I have several weed
so
seeds.
tiny.
I'm collecting weed seeds too. But dude, that's
I
don't
What do
even,
you think of this one? Like, to be honest,
this
what do
doesn't
you
even
think of this one?
I mean, here. There you go.
Like, is it small in comparison to your seeds, or is it pretty big?
Nah, man, I'm staying here. She's moving. Damn.
Oh man.
You should have, attempted, but I mean, you got this little, I
don't know how are the relations
Oh.
between you and your sister? Like, do you two get along?
that's pretty big. Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
wow.
that's a fat seed. Dude, I've never seen a marijuana seed that big.
So
I don't
how
even
do-
think it
how do
is.
you and your sister do you and your sister get along, or
Where'd it go?
is that why you're staying here, or is there a different reason?
Probably just financials.
Yeah, it does sound like a financial reason though. When he says like he can only seem to afford to live here or
Yeah.
live there.
It's cheaper. I mean, what are you gonna
Probably because it's so damn hot out there. I don't think I could handle it.
do? I'd rather go to Aspen. When she isn't being a rampant whore, we get along. Well, that works. That works out for the jollies.
But hey, I'll give you props though. You don't fall into the stereotype.
Well, I mean, because it's the uniqueness of these individual situations. I only live on $60 a month, and she fucks all my friends.
Oh my god.
Damn.
So is
I
she
like
keeping them there?
I'll just round it out to
That's
190
pretty cheap for a place.
or 180 a week.
But like,
I make about like 600 to 700 a month, so I mean we're not that far behind, and that's barely enough to sustain me. I get enough for savings a little bit. It boosts back up every now and then, but not a lot. Definitely not a lot. I mean, because of just how fucked, you know, wage crisis is in this country. But let's look up that Alex Jones DMT thing, dude. I want to fucking see that.
That sounds hilarious.
That sounds hilarious, dude. Alex Jones is nuts.
But dude, that did you hear that argument that Joe Rogan made? It was he was talking about the wage gap, and he's like, women making only 77%, percent to a dollar is men can't, is if every dollar that a man makes, and he's just like, well, if that was the case, then they would just hire
women. The
women.
only perk of being disabled is I don't have to slave away at a slave wage job. That's true, yeah. And plus that you can, downside is constant pain, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, everyone fucking here has constant pains, maybe besides me and fucking Brandon, in the other room. And, and they still fucking work and shit, and they don't hardly get any benefits and stuff. I mean, they're kind of,
So,
Robert does.
Alex Jones admits the secret of DMT and beyond.
Okay, when we see that, we're going to watch this, and then we have to watch that remix.
Yes, the remix.
So there's a remix,
hilarious.
but we're going to watch the actual DMT thing.
Jason in Florida wants to talk about the big leftist,
Oh, God.
underground thing, DMT.
It's the leftist on the ground, the DMT.
Shelling out the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s to their agents. Control operation, and now it's a trendy thing to do so that you can get under the spell of the globalists. Go ahead.
Oh, my God.
Spells of the
What's
globalists.
up, Alex? Thanks for taking my call. Love what you do. Yeah, I did DMT like a year ago, and I think it brought me closer to God, and I think that's because
I didn't know
I'm
it was in another room
person,
from
and
you.
I believe in God, Jesus Christ.
Well, I was about to say, and I don't want to encourage
Wait, am I in the other room?
People that already believe in
What?
Christ and are good people and everything, generally they
What?
have a really good experience. It's just
You're in
that
another
people that
room.
Believe in God already.
We are indeed in another
spirit
room.
guides show up, and it's like it leads down a really bad path.
My name is Brandon. Oh. Oh!
You are receiving this transmission.
Are you receiving this transmission, Brandon?
Yeah, this is
you
take
receiving
everything
the
that Alex
transmission?
Jones says with a
I'm
grain
going
of
to go right
salt.
back to your phone calls. Thank you for joining
But
me.
I heard that this
That's
was
a
really
joke.
funny.
Headlines.
I was confused because I forgot your name was actually legit Brandon. I just call everyone by their channel name, what pops up.
Privacy took pics of him
Because
cleaning
it's
up
just
dog
easier.
poo. Oh,
Easier
he's
than
really into
remembering
his
everyone's
privacy.
literal
You
names.
don't get into his privacy.
I know Carl Rove is
Grindr,
Joseph, that's his real name.
those sex
That's
dating
about it.
sites, sharing HIV status of users with companies.
You're okay.
You're fat and garbage, Brandon! You need to go on that keto, Brandon!
Just gonna share that
Get
with
on
you.
that keto, Brandon! Cause I'm your brother Scotty!
I
need that kale
and
get on that John Deere Timmy.
Because they just want it fair. Not one
Real Carl
message
Rove is a
brainwash.
fucking monster. Well, he
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like a fucking monster, dude.
Winnie Mandela,
Especially
the woman
Tim
that
Russer.
called for and did kill
Gingrich
thousands
looks
of
like
John,
Jabba
the Hutt's cousin.
John Bolton looks like a fucking triple gave birth on his fucking face. And then the triple that gave birth died on his head and proceeded to war area as a mop. It's fucked.
Like Tim Russer looks
Why
like
are war
a
criminals the
bug-eyed show.
Why are like the war
We're gonna go
criminals
back
the
to
most
phone calls
disgusting
now. It's
fucks
just
ever?
amazing. We have a
Yeah, like
president
Tim
warning
Russer,
of a
he kind of
caravan
looks
mass
like a
invasion from Central
bug-eyed
South
gnome
America,
that shaved his
coordinated by the
beard
UN.
and has like a scrotum
Who's
for
already
a
coordinated the
chin.
caravans before. Mexico would tell the
Goddamn.
people, you stay on the train and on this corridor or you go to jail.
Like, that guy is a
jail.
disgustingly ugly piece of shit.
Let's just see some of these
Illegal.
comments while I just don't vote. My state always goes red, so no point
All
in
right,
me
who's
voting.
up next here? Let's talk.
I mean, when it comes to the
Pastor Sam in
popular
great
vote,
state of Texas. Pastor
sometimes
Sam,
that makes
here,
the
go ahead.
difference, but I mean, unfortunately, the Electoral College overrides it.
I'm sorry, your phone's breaking up. Try to talk right in it.
Got you right.
Yeah, Alex Jones, you're crazy.
On the one world religion, Alex, you're right on.
One world religion?
I just
What the
got a
fuck?
copy of Dr. Jerome Corsi's new book, Killing the Deep
What
State.
are... This is what...
Where he talks about
Is this what the right really just loves and just enjoys? Like, where is the state of DMT? Like, I'm just hearing nonsense I'd hear on the radio, like, with Clyde Lewis.
I don't know, maybe if we just kept listening, we might find
I'm
it.
skipping. I'm gonna skip a little bit, see what we get.
Resistance against the globalists with Trump has now been carried out through the CIA because it's just a vehicle. It's like Trump, they gave all this unconstitutional power to the president for Obama to sell us out. Well, Trump just used that to kill TPP and a bunch of other stuff.
Our
That's why they're so upset right now. Does that make sense?
Trump, he's so holy. We're going to suck his witch's finger Cheeto dick, his holy Cheeto dick. Oh, hallelujah.
He is the Great White Hope. He is the Great White Hope. My name is Jesse Lee Peterson, and he is the Great White Hope. There's no such thing as slavery. Have you ever picked cotton?
Trump speaks.
You've never been a man if you haven't picked cotton.
We're going to part the Red Sea.
My name
and
is...
I'm not talking about my daughter's vagina.
Great White Hope. Great White Hope. I am speaking of your greatness.
But I am the great one, so you must
Trump
allow
has
me to
tiny
speak.
hands, and you know what they say about men with tiny hands.
Oh, yeah, Marco Rubio said that. That was the only good thing that came out of his fucking vapid mouth.
I am Marco Bot Rubio 3000. How may I be of a service?
Also, he doesn't live up to his name because Rubio is Spanish for blonde. He's about as dumb as one, though, so... Oh, that's at my expense and his expense.
Well,
Yeah,
at least we're not the dumb ones.
Stereotype.
I'm an architect personality
his
type,
second
actually.
wife,
Have you ever took the
French-born
personality
Marie
test,
Catherine,
dude?
teaches at
So
UT
cool.
in Austin.
Depends on the source.
So, if anyone would wonder why there's
16
such
personalities.
Islamophilia and
There's like
Antifa
the
in
explorer,
Austin,
the analyst,
perhaps
the
because
logician,
greatest of the deep
or the
state
or
Islamophiles
logician,
moved
you know,
perhaps to
logical,
retire in
and
26.
you know, all sorts. And I'm the architect, which
Good
is
luck
like,
for that. All right, we
I'll have to show
appreciate
you.
There's not a lot of Texans left in this
And it's
state.
actually really accurate. I would have to say it's really accurate to me. It's probably about 90% accurate, while some traits don't act. It's hilarious how Glenn Beck threw himself behind Ted Cruz to one guy who was guaranteed to lose. And also, he picked a VP, Carly Fiorina, who's a weird, freaky, creepy bitch of a woman who is all anti-abortion. She fucking was like, I have children I love and adore. I am a creepy old hag, I know. Oh, yes, Ted's Cruz children are sweet. I touch them in their sleep. Like that. That's fucking Carly Fiorina, dude.
Closer to God, and I think
Like, holy fuck, and she was a witch of a woman. Like, if I had to compare who looked uglier for witch status, Hillary Clinton or Carly Fiorina, I don't know. That's a pretty good debatable argument.
Well, that or Angela Merkel. I mean, fuck, she's like the German Hillary Clinton. Fucking disgusting. My girlfriend thinks the Earth is flat. Education system needs a total overhaul. You have a girlfriend who thinks the Earth. Don't have kids with her.
I'm sorry to say, but you need to reconsider your relationship.
You don't have kids with her, at least. At least convince. Dude, it's okay. My ex-girlfriend.
Flat Earth.
My ex-girlfriend believed in chemtrails. Okay, so I mean, you're not alone on like the bullshit conspiracy theory. I share the same genetic disorder. No, you don't.
You do know.
You're better.
I'm good on kids.
I'm good on. Oh man. No!
I don't know
Damn.
what. Why do you like push everyone to have children? Like, I mean, damn, son. No, I mean I can't have them.
Damn.
Well,
I know what he meant.
Yeah, I mean, like, some people just straight up don't want to have kids. I mean, that's cool, you know. Actually, it's probably better because, I mean, at least the way things are right now, we have an overpopulation problem, but it's just because we waste so much food. Climate change is a big factor of that.
Yeah.
Religious oppression, so more children to propagate the faith, you know.
And do, indoctrinate into
and brainwash, yeah.
But I'm not really getting anything out of this Alex Jones stuff. Maybe we're just not into the
people and everything.
Dude, go deeper. Like, what the fuck is he ranting on?
But it was it was more dark, and it's all about how you. I'm sure our guy Jack knows about guys like that.
Alex Jones
My
grunt.
brother's one of those guys, special forces guy. Why can't we get a group of guys?
Man, you guys always
you
fucked
know,
yourself.
some
We
sort
only
of
have
battalion
200
and
years
take
max
out
left.
The globalists.
Years
take
max.
Out the top of the pyramid.
Well, here's the thing.
I hope not, but I
Everything's
mean, looks like it.
and so, and there's people in
The remix. We might as well listen to the remix at this point.
It's not like you
At
can't
least that will
just
be
do
more
something at the
fruitful.
top physically.
At least we could bump to it. I'm ready to bump. Hold up.
Damn it, stupid fucking ads.
Ads are gay!
Danica Patrick is so sexy, you know, seeing her fucking race in last place. With her, you know, her hair blowing in the wind. Fuck NASCAR. All it is just a bunch of stupid white men just going on a stupid-ass left turn. It's bullshit.
Dude, so that's why I have YouTube Red. Because it blocks
Doesn't have
ads. And also, if you have your screen black or you're doing something else like I was streaming, you can have videos on the background. Hence why we were able to have Paul in the background.
Oh.
During earlier, because he was streaming while we were streaming, because streamceptions.
So here's...
Yeah, I heard that, and I think it's retarded because that's against free speech.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
It
that.
is totally against free speech.
I think I went into it before, but
Hitler took the DMT.
Hitler took the DMT.
Mao took the DMT. The DMT. Hitler took the DMT.
Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT.
There's no proof of that.
Hitler took the DMT. Stalin took the DMT. Mao
Yeah, it's
took
like
the DMT.
their portraits, you know, it's like Hitler at a rave.
Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT. The DMT. There's the owners of True Frequency Radio. They believe they're communicating with entities they call.
Oh!
I didn't know that would actually hurt.
Bitch!
They believe they're in contact with off-world groups.
Oh, you prepped for it, faggot.
True Frequency Radio. He takes
I just threw my hat across the fucking garage.
I almost knocked the camera down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in trouble. The Clockwork Elves, all of it. I shouldn't even get into it. There's a reason they're all whacked out.
I want to see Clockwork Elves.
And the point is that their whole science.
But yeah, I think Colin Kaepernick had every right to do that. Had every right to express his view. And, like, it's bullshit that the NFL kicked him out and fired him. You know, and, like, Trump was such a fucking punk and, like, he was trying to look all badass and calling him out. And then he says the most hypocritical shit when he's like, I'm here to stand for the Constitution. Well, apparently not the First Amendment, you fucking piece of shit.
They were injecting DMT 70 years ago. They were injecting it.
Injecting that DMT.
Injecting the DMT.
Hitler took the DMT.
Okay.
Stalin took the DMT. Mao took the DMT.
It's caging because their audience is mostly right wing. Damn. That really goes to show, like, I never liked the NFL. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Fuck yeah, DMT.
Wait. And no, there's nothing sexual about that. You need a belt.
Oh yeah, get that fucking belt going, dude. I have to do it myself, remember?
Right,
I'm the fucking tweaking freak boy here.
There we go.
DMT.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna go through some total ego death at some point. So
I honestly, legitimately would try DMT for real, though.
Oh.
I would. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm honest. I'll do shrooms too at some point. I want to do acid too at some point. I mean,
Fun fact: before you die, assuming your body shuts down enough, you get a natural
your body,
DMT
your body
rush.
produces DMT naturally in your brain. It's just that the way it's processed, it actually doesn't break down for that psychological hallucinogenic experience. It's just when you die, it does it because it's going through such a fucking rush of like I'm dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I mean, because that's why people say life flashes before their eyes, they see sudden memories of their entire life and shit. I mean, it comes from that, you know? That's why people see weird shit. Yeah, my mom, she actually almost fucking died because, in college, because, her leg almost got fucking cut, like, her foot almost got amputated by a fucking broken coffee glass, you know, like how you fucking make it and shit. I can't get this fucking back on me now, goddammit. But, she it like fell off the table and cut her leg almost, like, in the tendon, almost, like, severed completely. It was, like, hanging on by, like, a thread and shit. And the doctor was just barely able to, like, successfully keep her leg on. And she had to wear a cast for months and shit. You should watch God's Not Dead. I did, with the commentary of TJ and Paul. Bad. And, oh my god.
The Cinema Snob even tore that apart. That was fucking hilarious.
God, what a terrible movie. God's Not Dead 2 is just as bad.
Oh, yeah, like, the protagonist.
They got a third one that came out, too.
I can't believe they script the protagonist and actually, he started the fight with the atheist. Like, he actually, like, punched the atheist. He started it. Like, that's fucked. My mother thinks it's one of the most... Then, oh my god. I really
My mom religiously watches The Passion of the Christ every Easter. So... It's basically a legalized smut film to show to everybody.
Yeah, and a torture film too. It's a Jesus torture porn. That's what it is. You see him getting constantly fucking, like, you know, whipped. He's in chains.
What's the fucking theme of just watching somebody tortured to death?
Fucking movie.
Like, that's not a good movie. That's a garbage, terrible piece of shit of a movie, and I'm not afraid to call that out as
it's like Saw. You should put that in the same place as Saw. But at least, like, you know, at least Saw actually has some kind of, you know...
premise of,
it has
like,
some
horror.
Premise. All the Passion of the Christ does is just loosely and barely follows the Bible. That's all it does.
Have you seen Let There Be Light, Kevin Sorbo's latest abortion film? No, but, oh god, that just sounds terrible, dude. Because, unfortunately, Kevin Sorbos is legitimately Christian.
What you got there?
Trying to fucking get more water to come out of it, dude.
At least it's not as bad as Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas.
Oh god, Kirk Cameron's just a tard, dude.
Yeah.
That was the best remix I've ever heard, though. There was this, one thing, wanted to look up, but I'm blanking on it right now. Like, what? Like, there's, like, shit that I just want to, like, talk about, but sometimes I just watch Higo and Jake review it. Oh, boy. I think we will eventually, because, damn, that sounds bad. Oh. Sounds just like, oh. Sounds, ooh.
I know the Nostalgia Critic reviewed Passion of the Christ. That was some funny shit.
That movie is just, I think, there's a segment where they, talk about how horrible a film that is. TJ and Paul.
I know.
Try to look it up.
Made fun of that.
Yeah, try to look it up. Like TJ rants on Passion of the Christ or some shit. Like, because I think that's. I don't know if there's a segment, but I remember seeing it before. But I mean, because he gets into it, dude.
So it's.
Just try to look up like TJ Kirk rants on Passion of Christ or something. Blinkhoff has a series on the Cold War, went hot in the 80s, without nukes being broken down into naval, and broken down into air, naval, and ground. Damn, dude. How long are those videos? They seem like they'd go on a fuck long time to go through Met's detail and shit, dude, because that would be cool. Like, that's what I love. Like, I love getting recommenders from chat to check out shit, because why not, dude? Because that sounds cool. Like, I haven't heard of that before. I'm gonna go grab my hat.
Yeah, I can't really find it.
Damn. So, I don't know. I guess there wasn't a segment of it, but I do remember seeing it.
But I mean, like, it's just horrible how, like, most Americans
actually, there is something that TJ did.
Indoctrinated into believing this shit.
Actually, I remember.
It's not that I deny the existence of a god, but it's definitely not the Abrahamic
you know what?
god.
I thought of an idea. Let's review a PragerU video.
Ugh. But yeah, those Prager University videos are such bullshit, though. Oh my god.
Oh, here's a new one that's just gonna be fucking juicy. America Media, Soviet Tactics.
What? Soviet
The
tactics.
communist government of the former Soviet Union thought that by controlling access to information, they could keep their citizens in line. Consistent with the Orwellian nature of the Soviet Union, the country's most important newspaper was Pravda. Pravda is the Russian word for truth. But Pravda was not truth. It was full of lies.
Okay, first of all, if Pravda was a revolution... Is that Ben Shapiro? No, it's some weird other faggot that looks like Ben Shapiro.
It sounds a lot like him, though.
It is James O'Keefe.
Let's actually continue until he actually really makes a point.
It's James O'Keefe. Hold on,
he's only making an introduction.
So Pravda, first of all...
He's not actually making a point.
So, yeah, Pravda, first of all, is fucking... Because we gotta fucking break that shit down. It's a fucking Bolshevik paper during the... Before even the Soviet Union, where it was trying to help spread revolutionary views for the working class for the revolution.
To the revolution.
Yeah, so it's
that
like...
makes sense.
It's propaganda, sure,
he essentially...
But it was calling out the bullshit...
of the Tsar, you know.
Yeah, of the Tsardom.
Yeah, if the Tsar...
so what, America racist propaganda too.
That's why regime.
Yeah.
The Tsarist regime.
Yeah, that's why I'm clicked on this video.
So, essentially,
bullshit.
This guy is trying to make it look like the Bolsheviks were always the Soviet tyrants. You know, to those who would be ignorant enough to be watching this video.
Yeah.
So...
But here's the thing. Almost no one in the Soviet Union was fooled. They knew they were being lied to. Ironically, unlike most citizens in the Soviet Union, citizens in 21st century America...
Okay.
That's just...
this is why he's wrong. Stalin, the Great Purge.
Voldemort.
You're welcome.
If Stalin had not taken power, maybe the communists would have been better. Yeah, I actually agree. Yeah. And in my last
collapsed, though.
The stream I did earlier today, I did even go into that a little bit. I thought it probably, at least for the Soviet Union core state, it probably would be better. But
Leon Trotsky, unlike Stalin, who wanted to have like an isolated, isolated regime, Leon Trotsky wanted a one-world
permanent revolution.
Communist government.
The permanent revolution.
He wanted a one-world government.
The Fourth International, yeah.
Yeah. Which would have caused not even a Cold War, a full-on hot war between...
Trotsky was crazy in his own way, though. Oh, yeah. I have to agree, yeah. I mean...
No, there was one thing
I don't negate that from his actual, philosophy, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was kind of crazy. Very ambitious, too, in
I don't
his views.
fully agree with Trotsky's
Me neither, me neither.
And I think Karl Marx, to be honest, I just think he was naive. It's like... It's like take Christianity, but like take God or Jesus out of it. And that's kind of what it is.
What do you mean by like Marx being naive, though? I mean...
Well, he just believes that, if everybody lives in a fair and equal system and everybody does their part... And like gives equal labor, but that's just not the kind of place we live in. Like, most are naturally selfish.
Most of his philosophy was at least trying to call out the problems of the current, systems of the time. Yeah. And which is the solutions sure were unrealistic and unpragmatic, but but I kind of like delving into those type of views myself, at least, because I think we can at least take from that and try to build an actual reality, at least inspired by that idea.
Christianity was kind of doing the same thing. There's a passage in the Bible where Jesus goes to a rich man named Zacchaeus, and he tells him, "Give all the things you don't need to the poor to help feed them." So it's kind of the same sort of anti-rich, almost anti-capitalist.
Sentiment, yeah.
You look at, Jesus and what he actually acted like, he was a lefty. He was a total lefty. Like, not only did he have long,
the Noam
Chomsky
of the time.
He probably had an afro. Like, Jesus, Loki, he probably had an afro. Oh, yeah. But, like, he wasn't black necessarily. He was, like, he had fairly dark
Let's be honest, though. It would have been better if China would have let North Korea get stomped on like the gnat they are.
Yeah, that would have been great.
At least that's here. It's not the first time.
Alright, we're back.
Okay, I don't know what that was. F.
Yeah,
F for respect, dude. I don't know what happened there.
So, okay. Let me finish. So, like, not only was Jesus, like... Holy shit, yeah, even the stupid title, oh my god. American media, Soviet tactic.
But no, Mao had to get paranoid and save the crazy North Korean leader.
We think we're getting the real story from our major media, but we're not. When we tune into the networks or read the New York Times or the Washington Post, we're actually getting a sharply slanted version of the news. Slanted to the left.
Oh, really?
Fucking really. Okay, let's look at CNN. Let's look at Fox News. Fox News is way up their ass to the right.
CNN has a neutrality bias that's even somewhat right-leaning.
But it's actually,
MSNBC attacks Democrats from the right. You know, fucking Zarek Zakaria did some stupid faggot shit, you know.
I mean, even ABC News, they have a liberal front, but they act like the right. They, you know, they still support, like, you know, the wars. I mean, like, when
they
Trump
they have a hard on for fucking bombings and shit. When the
did
Moab fell, everyone
bombings.
like I think what media outlet besides, you know, independent media outlets fucking called out the fucking Moab drop?
Yeah.
I don't remember MSNBC doing that.
You know, like,
I mean,
remember when, like, Trump was, you know, just
bombing
launching
the Syrian
his first
airbase?
Missiles in a Syrian airbase? And they're like,
every media outlet
the first
fucking
time
praised
that
it.
Trump was
Presidential.
You don't think that's right wing? You know, because they're praising him?
They're praising him for his warmongering.
Dude, this guy's wrong in so many levels. Like, the only parts where the media are ever, like, too far left is when they're doing, like, social justice garbage. But nobody fucking listens to that shit anymore.
And even then, mainstream media doesn't even push that that often.
Yeah, not that often.
Unless it's like
only
the Me
when
Too
it's
movement.
convenient.
Yeah.
Only when it's fucking convenient.
Gets the ratings, gets the views, gets the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when it's like MTV. But who the fuck watches MTV anymore? Like, they don't even live up to their standards. They don't even have music videos anymore.
Brandon was just saying earlier they have, like, some new show
They
on,
just
like,
have some bitch named Francesca Ramsey just essentially shaming people for not being colored. Like, fuck her.
That's what like, they also have, like, the show where they're having, like, younger than teens practically at this point with children doing reality shows off it. It's sick. Like, honestly, mainstream TV is sick at this point.
Yeah, who watches it anymore? Like, the internet is the new media age.
And my dad thinks it's the lies delved by the liberal deep state. And that's what you think.
There's no liberal deep state. That's a fucking oxymoron. Like, the definition of liberalism is, you know, having a society that actually evolves with the problems that it faces. You know, changing.
The right acts like communism fell because it was unable to produce anything and not because of crippling economic sanctions. And also just due to military budgets, perpetrating the Cold War with nukes and shit. At the end of the Soviet Union, most of those nukes that they were parading around in their Kremlin, those were just shells of missiles. They weren't even actual missiles because they were so poor at that point.
I don't really believe that communism in a large scale could really work. Like, the only times that I've ever observed it, like, you know, in documents,
and cold and hot wars being fought everywhere. Yeah, proxy wars.
Proxy wars, for sure.
Funding.
But, like, I've only seen it, like, the biggest scale of communism that I've ever seen it executed were the ancient Celts. But even then, they had subdivisions within tribes. These subdivisions would be villages and families. And each family and each tribe would have the peasants essentially making all the food for either the family or the said tribe. You know, and having it being distributed equally. But that was the only communist thing, was the agriculture aspect of what the Celts practiced.
I mean, yeah, even like Vikings were very at least socialist. I mean, maybe not communist, but socialist. You know,
it was only on food most of the time, but even then, like,
but at least
even then, like, the peasants.
I mean,
only
the social
be able to eat
but
the
I also
produce.
mean, like, social hierarchies are very equal too, for the most part.
Because the peasants wouldn't usually eat meat
so
because they
no
need the
Star Trek
livestock.
utopian communism.
Not really.
Okay, well, here's where I differ, because I think we could have at least like a one world, like, united Earth, basically. Like, at least I don't think it will be under communism, but it'll be under a different ideological philosophy, like technocracy or something like that.
Yeah, like a technocracy. Or
yeah,
a technocratic
I think there'll
republic.
be probably at that point maybe a lot of values of communism that are implemented in there. I'm sure.
But, like, it should only be healthy. Like, we should have aspects of both capitalism
I
and
can't predict what the
socialism.
200-year future is. I can only really say what my utopia would look like, for that 200 years. And I just remembered this fucking rant that Paul did on, like, his his globalist view. Let me try to look it up after this. So let's look it up. But let's finish this
both
video.
sides
Why
of the
did you
political
like
divide.
this video?
I
To make
did.
informed decisions,
Dislike
a free
it.
society
Dislike it.
needs
Fuck that.
a press that can trust,
Just
not
wait.
one that is hopelessly biased. In 20
You mean like Fox News? You mean like Right Wing Watch?
like all the main.
Like Infowars?
Wait, Right Wing
You mean
Watch.
like CNN?
Wait, Right Wing Watch exposes right wing bullshit. They don't actually.
Oh,
They just.
I thought they were the
They bring it
source.
to the light. Well, they bring this right wing ideology to the light,
That makes
so people
sense,
can be
actually.
like, "Look how fucking crazy they are."
That makes sense.
Yeah, Right Wing
actually.
Watch actually is good because they actually expose the
I
fucking
always thought that
fundamentalist
they were-
radicalism that this bullshit and spills.
Okay, so I got kind of called out, but like you still got my point. I still called out a
you get your
bunch
point.
of
Like
different other
Breitbart,
sources.
the Drudge Report. Yeah,
I just kind of umbrellaed it as Fox News.
Yeah, I mean, mainstream, even the mainstream
yeah.
left, like MSNBC, do it
Let's
too.
let him like finish his piece.
Of bullshit.
2018, Project Veritas sent out undercover reporters to see how committed the major media was to objective news gathering, specifically as it regarded.
Look, nobody here is arguing that the mainstream media does, reports well. Nobody fucking says that. Like, nobody. Find anybody who says that. And they're probably just like some basement-dwelling idiot. Chances are, though, most of those basement dwellers are probably using the internet. They're probably on 4chan, harassing some teenage
Oh my
kid.
God.
And then they turn around and they jack off after having a fucking Cheeto binge, okay? They're not arguing for mainstream media. That's the only point that you have that's even valid.
You're just
But
a postmodernist
you're
and that's
using
nihilist. You're just a postmodernist. You're just a postmodernist, Tyler.
If I'm a nihilist,
You're just
why
a,
would I be
you're just a
arguing for stuff?
you're just a postmodernist nihilist. Okay, clean your room, Bucko.
Postmodern.
Clean your room, Bucko.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Do you know who I'm referencing though?
Not quite.
Oh, Kermit the Frog. Jordan
Clean up
Peterson.
your room, Bucko.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson.
Oh, you didn't do it very well.
Ignar gets the joke. Of course,
Clean
I know
up your
Jordan
room.
Peterson. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You can't go like 20 you can't go like 5 videos without noticing who's like the Jordan Peterson cultist
But yeah,
in the fucking,
to,
chat.
To finish this...
the newly elected president, Donald Trump. Our first report focused on CNN. A producer there,
Fake
John
news
Bonifay,
CNN.
acknowledged
They're not really on the left very much.
They're centrist at best. Because
well,
that's
they
what they
pretend
are.
to be centrist.
That's what I
Because they
said at
still
best.
supported the Iraq War. They
Every
still-
mainstream media did,
Yeah.
though, to be fair.
Every single fucking outlet.
In every war since, in every war until the future, unless it provides to be convenient not to, but that's never going to be the case because fossil fuel industries like to exploit
also support
oil
that
in
too.
other countries.
They supported that shit too. Anything that's part of the status quo, they supported.
At least my mother is smart enough to realize President Trump shouldn't be president.
Oh, thank God for that. Dude, that's a diamond in the rough, especially where
Diamond in
you're
the
at.
rough.
Damn.
Oh.
That even the diamonds are intrinsically worthless.
my
Let's
fault.
say emerald in the rough.
I live in Portland,
But you
Oregon,
get what I
and
mean.
my folks don't get it yet.
Yeah. My dad is still a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
I can't convince him. I can't argue
I
with him.
can't. Like, I actually am just like, whenever Dad does some weird, stupid shit spewing out, I mean, it's just like...
Most of it's incoherent.
I think there's been times where there's been streams where he's done it too. I see that too. But yeah, I mean, it's just like I just can't fucking argue with that anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like I can't do it.
There's no convincing him. I've tried, and I just
The free market was sorted out.
no. Like you want to know a really good argument against anarcho-capitalism? Drug cartels.
My stepdad thinks Hillary is a literal demon because he religiously follows Alex Jones.
Ugh. Like, Hillary Clinton is a piece of shit, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, she supported the Iraq War. She's against,
Didn't come out for gay
single-payer
marriage
healthcare.
until 2013.
Yeah, she flip-flops on every single fucking issue that exists. Not only that...
Trump does too, to
but
be fair.
During the fucking civil rights era, like, when Martin Luther King was actually out there protesting, before the Civil Rights Act of 1964, when Bernie Sanders was out there
got arrested.
supporting. Yeah, he even got arrested for the protests.
I'm gonna go grab some water.
You know, he's protesting for against racially segregated dorm rooms. And you know what Hillary Clinton was doing? Well, I mean, she was really young. Don't get me wrong. She was like an elementary schooler. She actually said this in a video. She said, I was a Goldwater girl. You know who Goldwater was? He was a local politician in a red state. I think it was Arkansas. I could be wrong. But Goldwater, he was against the Civil Rights Act of 1964. So that really goes to show what her starting priorities were. Like, it's fucking sickening that people even voted for that bitch. As you can see, I'm a salty guy. Like, when it comes to politics, I'm fucking angry and I'm salty and and I'm almost like, if somebody's got like a MAGA hat, or should I say a fagga hat, because that's what they are, I'm almost like, I kind of wish I just had a megaphone so I could just like call this asshole out and say all the shitty things that Trump did. Like, outsourcing 93,000 jobs in the first month, or first couple of months of him, getting fucking elected. That's what he did. Outsourced 93,000 jobs. So much for a free market, or so much for a sustainable market. It's bullshit. I wear a MAGA hat because where it gets me discount. What? Wait, you're not joking. That actually gets you discounts? Oh my god, that's actually both funny and sad. Shit. Oh my god. Damn. That sucks. Wow, that sucks. Oh, he's back.
What did I miss?
Not much.
Okay.
Just me ranting.
About Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. And, one of the batteries might be dying. What does it mean when the Bluetooth speaker is blinking?
Low battery, so I'll just switch to charger here really quick. We'll just alternate here.
Also, the battery on that is...
I know, yeah, we'll just have to alternate every now and then. That's fine. I wear a MAGA because where I live it gets me discounts, I'm not joking.
That's the only reason. He's got to save money.
The lack of evidence for his net.
That makes sense, though. You got to save money, and if that's the way you do it... That's fucked up that they would, that's so biased. That's almost like borderline Jim Crow.
Make
right
America
there.
Hillary again. Imagine if you wore that hat and see how much discounts you'd get.
Ugh. But it's almost like a political theocracy where you're living. That's fucked.
Yeah. That's like political segregation in a sense.
Yeah, or it's like, yeah, actually that's perfect. It's like political segregation. I'd probably get kicked out of stores for that.
Yeah, probably. That's fucked.
Is that a pear?
Mango.
Oh, okay.
Mango. Remember last stream where I had difficulty fucking cutting shit? Well, now I'm just eating it. I don't care. I'm just gonna fucking eat this mango.
To link the Trump campaign and the Russian government in a plot to rig the 2016 election.
Dude, Kyle Kulinski even calls out the CNN and even the MSNBC people for fucking trying to find links between Russia, and fucking Trump. They're little to none. Yeah. No, he's not, gay lovers with fucking Vladimir Putin, saying, yeah, if you help me rig the election, I'll be your best friend and I'll suck your dick. That's not how... Oh my god. It's like, how would he be colluding with Russia if he fucking bombed a fucking Syrian airfield? How the fuck would he be colluding with Russia with that? I don't even know half of the other pieces of evidence, but that's proof. That is proof against that shit.
If anything, there's corruption with Ukraine and Turkey. Because there's actual... Didn't you know? Liberals want to make America all of this about a communist country. Exactly. That's why we need to get red-pilled.
Oh my god.
That's why we're listening to PragerU.
Yeah, PragerU. And I'm gonna wait till marriage.
'Cause I'm a bitch.
Praise the Lord. I don't. Last night, me and my girlfriend held hands. It was so great.
And I kissed her hand. I felt like so manly, but I didn't want to push it.
I was shaking. Oh my gosh. I can't wait till marriage.
I don't know if she's the right one. Let me get consent from my dad to marry her. Or from her dad. I don't know. I'm a love a lesbian. What?
Fuck marriage.
Lesbian, I love lesbians. Fuck marriage.
Damn.
I mean, marriage is just a social contract. You get married to each other.
I don't want to be gay married. Like,
Thanks for the offer, but nah, I'm good.
I support its legalization, because I think as long as nobody gets hurt behind closed doors, they could do whatever the fuck they want.
Or if they're just consenting to the pain.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
As long as there aren't any kids involved, I'm okay. Like, that's just my limit.
Children, yeah. Just no children involved, dude. We can't have kids.
Animals...
If I find out there's fucking children involved, I'm just gonna bring a gun and shoot you.
Yeah.
Pedophile bitch.
Like, you know, we may be liberals, but, like, when it comes to pedophiles, we have zero tolerance. No, actually, I got negative 100 tolerance.
If there's anything that we could purge, it would just be pedophiles.
Yeah, that should be the only, like, if there's anything that you could have ever used Auschwitz for, it was pedophiles.
As far as I care, as long as everyone's over 18, I don't care. Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably even say maybe 17, but that's like the limit I would go.
Yeah, because in some aspects, I think the age of consent can be easily exploited to send, like, you know, seemingly...
Marry your cat for all I care. Well, there's people who marry their horses, so there you go.
I mean... I often, like, resent people saying that because it's usually a straw man argument for, like, those who were against gay marriage. Like, when, like, Bill O'Reilly, the fucking dumbass he was like, well, you know, gay marriage, well, then, at some point, I can marry my turtle. It's like, no, that's not how it fucking works. Two human adults
do you know what
who
just
consensually
do you know what
agree to marry
do you
each
just
other.
know what subjective morality is? Like, most people know and get that you don't marry your turtle. Like, shit.
Germany is the Alabama of Europe. The age of consent is theirs for it. Oh my god.
I think it's 15 in most places in Europe. Or 16, one of the two. But
it makes me wonder, though, how the emotional maturity level is in other parts of the world.
Probably better than ours, because at least Germany probably has a better education system.
Yeah, actually, that could be it.
He's like, oh no, I'm getting out of here.
Because, oh god, like, anybody who's, like, under the age of fucking 16...
I learned that from an episode of Archer, lol. Nice.
I'll probably take that with a grain of salt, but, I mean...
It's Archer.
I've heard that, actually, in Archer. The same source, I mean, I saw that video of that, like, that girl trying to seduce him. That was funny.
I love Archer. It's a pretty good show.
The Alabama of Europe.
Yeah.
Bonifield told us. I think the president is probably right to say, like, look, you are witch hunting me. You have no smoking gun. You have no real proof.
Say that to Nixon, you faggot.
So relentless?
I am not a crook.
I am not a crook.
Narrative?
I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook.
As Bonifield noted, the Trump-Russia collusion story was good for business. Next, we released another series of reports. These on the New York...
You're calling out obvious, you know, shitty sources. That's like if I was calling out the fucking Onion at this point. It's like, yes, the Onion is intentionally supposed to be bullshit.
It's some
They're a parody source. But, like,
well, those African
nobody
nations
trusts
are fucked.
CNN anymore.
No one trusts mainstream media anymore.
Yeah, for good reason. Because it's shit. They do it only for business, for ratings, and, for sensationalism.
That's why I support the Big Seltzer Lobby Committee. Because we need to root out corruption and make sure that we bring Big Seltzer to everybody.
Yeah. Shh.
Just playing.
What?
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing, methane? Okay.
He's just playing around with us. Good night. Oh, okay, we should probably be quiet, though, just to make sure.
Say night's alright.
But yeah, let's see.
Did you know that warlords
First,
we
we
work
heard
with
from
the
Nick
Middle
Duke,
East have
the
child
paper's
sex slaves? Yeah, I
audience
know that.
strategy editor.
Oh yeah.
Dudek told
Oh
our
yeah,
undercover
most definitely.
reporter,
Well, I mean, the women.
They have them
most-
like chained up in their beds and shit, and you know our soldiers are not allowed to say anything because high command.
The
No,
women in most of those countries are sex slaves by default anyway. I mean, look
Yeah.
at Saudi Arabia.
Oh well.
Like they just got allowed.
Hey! You postmodernists, they just were allowed to drive. They are Western, okay? They are getting
They
westernized.
just were allowed to drive, and even then, they still have
They
to
are
be
progressing
accompanied by
as
man.
a liberal society. They are progressing
Not
as a
by a
liberal
fucking
society.
long
Correct the
shot.
record. Stronger together.
Stronger together. Break down the barriers.
Break down the barriers.
Safe spaces for everyone.
Here, let me try to find that globalist rant that Paul gets
But yeah,
into.
like I think we already tore into those shitty arguments.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
I can't stand to look
dude,
at his
I just can't stand it. I'm done. I'm
smug
done with this
face.
fuck. Yeah,
Like that guy's a faggot.
they just execute people who force them to allow women to drive. Yeah, too.
He
that's
looks
true.
like Caden Cowger's inbred cousin.
So you want to know? You want to know?
Let me get a good like
you,
fucking.
dude, you want to know what they did in
look at
Saudi
this
Arabia? So
faggot's face.
it
Like, look at this faggot. Look at that faggot right there.
It looks like he's receiving like bukkake on his face. He's like it's like seconds away from like the jizz splurting into his face.
But yeah, like that guy looks like Caden Cowger's inbred like cousin.
Well, wouldn't it be his son as well?
Oh, ouch.
Burning.
Only if it was a surrogate mother, because you know Caden Cowger's obviously fucking gay.
Oh no, it would just be his mother.
So
it would just be his
gay,
aunt.
man.
It would just be his aunt.
Like he's gay. It's so obvious, dude. He's a sexually repressed imbecile who's like
it's just his
homophobic.
aunt. It's just his aunt's daughter. That's all. It's enough out of the gene pool. And let me try to look up
Just a little bit out of the gene pool.
But you know, in Saudi Arabia, after they did allow the women to drive, the people who started that movement, they executed them anyway. So it's just like
They executed the people who started the movement to allow. Fuck. See, the disgusting thing is that like they let the UN let Saudi Arabia on the head of women's and humans' rights. That's fucked.
Cowgirl takes it up the rear.
Wait, what?
Well, those cowgirls take it up the rear, especially with
Damn.
them stallion studs. Oh yeah. Marry your horse for all I care.
So back on that, but yeah.
Dude, it won't let me search anything. I keep clicking the search button. Your phone's fucked.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with this phone.
Caden Cowgirl, I mean. I know. Like, he probably would take... He most likely would definitely be, like, stallion studding it with that butt. Stretching it like a good 3 feet for it.
Like, oh my god, his shitty arguments on, on his homophobia are just... Oh.
Ridiculous.
They're priceless as to how dumb they really fucking are.
For real, dude.
So wait, what did you want me to search again?
Oh, let me look up DP Paul globalist rant.
Right off the bat, I'm gonna say like the New World Order conspiracy theory is bullshit because like the oligarchs want wage slaves. They want to force people into shitty minimum wage jobs that that put them into this rat race where they're perpetually broke and they're only able to earn enough to survive, and that will actually feed the oligarchs and make them richer and richer by creating a larger gap between the rich and the poor.
Elected president.
So in that case, with all the more wage slaves you have, the more wealth you're going to earn. So the New World Order is like this fucking paradise for oligarchs. He's already bullshit off the bat because what it says is that they need to reduce the Earth population down to 500 million people. But you're not going to earn as much at that point anymore.
Trying to find it.
It's kind of dumb.
So to be comfortable, I'm just hunched.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
technological singularity that will allow us to...
Okay, I found it. Hold up.
Trump is a sexual predator.
Alright, it's around this mark. It's on the Drunken Peasants episode 290.
It's like, yeah, no one said there's proof.
The poor will only take so much before they rise up, and I agree.
I mean, there are accusations.
Political revolution has already started, but if things keep up, in the words of John F. Kennedy, those who make a peaceful revolution impossible
will make a violent revolution inevitable.
I like how you start copying what I was saying.
Yeah, because I know it verbatim too.
When you use the words, you took a position.
So what I said is...
Newt Gingrich.
Newt Faggrich. I'm gonna get a little water in here. Maybe that'll help melt it.
More like Newt Gingrich.
Newt Gingrich.
I tell you how this fucking
I don't know, that didn't go as well, but that still sounds
asking this
gross.
question because it makes me uncomfortable.
Hairline, dude.
Like, no.
His hair just is one fucking solid mass.
You know what, dude? His hair is way better than Trump's hair.
It is.
Making fun of Newt Gingrich.
I can't even look at hair like that anymore and go, yeah, that's bad, because Trump.
He lowered the standard.
But yeah, Newt Gingrich still has better hair
I
than
think
Trump.
that your defensiveness on this may speak volumes, sir. My point to you is, as a media...
Look, Megyn Kelly is not the smart... She's not the brightest bulb in the box either. But at least, like, when it comes to the First Amendment and certain common sense points, she can actually be fairly eloquent. What are you doing?
I can't get back. I can't get back over.
Oh, sorry.
You're in my way.
But I was just like, oh, I don't mind, you know? It's pretty hot in the summer. Yeah, even, like, okay.
I mean, it's not the rant I'm trying to get into.
Where you're living at, you know, Venom, it's nothing compared to where you live at. I mean, I bet it's, you know, like 10 times worse over there.
Hold up.
Because you essentially live in Alabama, but I mean, the climate here is pretty mild in comparison.
You said it. Okay, here's how you first said it. It doesn't compare to where you live, Venom, because, you know...
Oh, sorry. I meant the other way around.
Yeah, like, it's
where
like...
we live at would not compare to where you live at. Because, I mean, I bet where you're at...
Yeah, dude, you basically said,
like 10 times
you know,
worse.
I can't compare to where you live at compared to where Venom, where you live at. It's like, wait, what? You said the same thing twice, basically. It's like,
That's, I don't know.
I'm glad I caught that. That was funny.
Thanks for, you know, I hope you meant...
Let's hear the globalist rant of Paul.
You got what I meant, but... The globalist rant.
Globalism. Well, Siri came on. I'm a radical leftist here when I'm center left at most. See, like, I'm just, you know, I guess you could say an average lefty here in
As a media
Oregon.
story,
Or at least in
we
Portland.
don't get to say the 10 women are lying. We have to cover that story, sir.
Sure. Okay, so it's worth 23 minutes of the three networks to cover that story, and Hillary Clinton in a secret speech in Brazil to a bank that pays her $225,000, saying her dream is an open border where 600 million people could come to America. That's not worth covering.
That is worth...
Now's your time, Paul. Globalist Paul, everybody.
Globalist Paul.
Yeah.
Globalist Paul.
Is this thing
Go on your rant.
You want me to do that?
Do your fucking
Is this thing on?
rant,
I already did it, though.
I mean, I'm considered a radical leftist because everything's so far right here. Oh, dude, I mean, I'm considered... I don't even know what my parents think of me,
What a
dude.
psycho, everybody.
And without money.
Look up Gorilla and skip in about an hour for Gorilla versus Godzilla.
Oh,
Dude,
I've seen the...
think that we would get things
Dude,
done.
like Gucci
I bought a
Gang.
shirt. I'll be right back.
It's like Gucci, like
empty shit.
Boba Fett,
like so
gets
many
naked
times
and face
tradition
fucks Gucci
and
Gang.
culture is.
That was funny.
And started
Oh, no,
focusing
it was
our
like,
collective
it was a little
effort
pulp.
as a species
It was
towards
like...
attaining a technological singularity that will allow us to leave this planet
That's what
and
I was thinking.
possibly travel out amongst the stars and colonize those in a meaningful, impactful way. Because if we're just gonna die on this ball of fucking dirt when the sun goes supernova, what's the point of waiting until that happens? You think it's gonna get better if we all just stay here?
It's
Is the
Gorilla.
writing not on the wall that Earth is...
You better.
You're
gonna
hurricanes
see.
are giant
I'm not gonna
now,
say what
and-
it is.
What?
It's right along that
Gingrich
theme,
wanted to
though.
build a moon colony, and everyone laughed at him.
Well, you know what? He's wrong here, but maybe
Might
he's
have
right
given
about
too many
that.
hints.
I don't know.
Maybe a dead
He actually is pretty
giveaway.
progressive on space shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
So I have to give him that. But
No, I like my borders. I'll die for these borders, man. I don't want that dotted line on the map to be a
Paul,
ring.
Paul hates a system that's
Those people,
so much.
them.
It's
Can you
gorilla.
imagine a
It's
war on the
gorilla.
moon?
It's gorilla.
People finally decide to try to like colonize the moon, and we've got like countries battling each other in that like weak
That's
ass gravity
$15
that they have
spent.
there. What
Yep,
the fuck?
I bought it during the stream.
I heard on the moon.
I was
Better
there.
than anything you'll get
Dude,
in Hot
hashtag-
Topic.
Dude, hashtag we were there, dude. Hashtag we were there.
To die. So, like,
Fist
you can
bump
jump
for
up
that,
and down,
dude.
like,
Fuck
like,
yeah.
it's pretty much nothing.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
You can jump
No,
up
I was
and
there.
down.
Imagine
I
if
was
we could
there.
harness.
You weren't, but I
Not
was.
physically there. And
Oh, for the stream I
like
was.
time, yes,
I
in the
think that we
time.
have the
You
technology.
saw it.
You know what I
when it
mean?
was-
Oh my god, you analytical fuck.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
create it when we need it. To put a patient with a bad back in a room that's
Anyway,
at zero
globalist.
gravity so they can float.
This is kind of how I feel about
They
Future
did
2 a
something
little
kinda
bit.
like that in Star
Resin
Trek.
pick.
I think we could have that. But we don't want it. We want Kim Kardashian.
You know, earlier when I came up with the Rue Burger and Paul's like,
Old DP.
Well, fuck you, Paul. Gene Roddenberry's already come up with all of your fucking ideas, bitch.
You know what Gene Roddenberry didn't come up with, though?
What?
Space race.
Yeah, I know. He did
Space
not.
race.
Idiot.
Space race.
We came up with a better
Gorilla
sci-fi
beats
concept,
God,
dude.
then Gorilla.
They just came up with one of
Godzilla
those
beats
popular
God, then
shit on
Gorilla
television shows. Well,
killed
yeah.
Godzilla
Our
with
space
his
race is
atomic
gonna fucking make
breath.
Star Trek look like nothing.
Oh, well,
dude.
we'll see.
Space
Yep.
race.
Because logic.
It's fucking.
You know,
It didn't
he's not
seem
afraid to
real
show
to
the
Mont.
TJ. Real
Get
shit.
granted him the
Why is there-
essence
why
of
has
the
there been
rhythm
no
of life.
counterpoint to Paul?
And thus,
Just look,
Gorilla
Paul,
was won
you
again.
Scotty.
You've had capitalism.
And Gorilla
you've given
wins.
All these things. Did you make these clothes, Paul?
Though in that battle,
I
both
like
of them
Did you
ran.
make
Won.
these clothes, Paul?
I don't dislike capitalism.
No, Paul.
Commie.
The system is.
I don't dislike.
Oh, so now Paul gets to talk over. Okay, is this the Paul show? Let's all just get up. So Paul. Okay, just cut all the mics. Just cut all the fucking mics, Paul. Paul, everything you have in your life is due
And
to
Paul's
capitalism,
just
buddy.
sitting there.
Everything you have in your life.
Wrong.
Just
Everything
sitting
you have
there.
In your life, Paul.
Wrong.
Paul didn't make the
Wrong.
clothes.
I'd like
he's
to say
wearing.
wrong on that. She's wrong.
All these clothes Paul's ever had. The vehicle he
Globalist
used to
Paul,
drive around,
dude.
the things he
Globalist
depended
fucking
upon,
Paul.
have all been to do to capitalism. Paul.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Paul's
Why it
living a
works so well?
capitalist
Paul's just
system
wrong,
all
though.
life
He's just wrong.
and been a participant in that system.
Who is
Well, at
the
least
most
Scotty is here.
left-wing peasant?
Communism, capitalism, and fascism, the three great
It
isms
depends
of the 20th
on
century.
economics.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I just say
I would say there's
overall,
probably four.
Overall,
Put
like,
imperialism
how
in
deep
there.
are we going?
I'd probably
Are we
say
going,
there's
like,
four.
yeah,
real
It's just that
world, or are we
imperialism
going,
got
like,
some
this is
different
what my
brands. It's more like
utopia would be?
corporatism.
I'd say probably.
So I would
Yeah.
say
Well, you
communism,
also think the
capitalism,
political
Well, we're
corporatism,
fighting against it
fascism,
now.
and
I would
imperialism.
always
Those are probably the big
authoritarian
five. There's probably, I would say there's the big
I'm
five.
more libertarian.
Those are probably the
Yeah.
main three, but I'll say there's the big five.
Fascism, it's mostly
Scotty's more like
the
in
moral
middle,
panic.
a little bit.
I'm like
Like
towards
people
the bottom
fearing
left.
that
The
fascism is
desperation.
still around.
So you and
Well, in
that's
a
what it
way,
is.
well,
libertarian
there is
left. I'm
definitely
authoritarian
fascistic.
But like pseudo-fascism.
Yeah, but
Full-on
the
fascism
but the
has
fact
yet
that
to,
is
like,
happening, I mean, the
show.
idea that actual
Yeah.
fascism could
I
probably
like-
be a
I
thing
like
where government and
communism, though.
corporations
Yeah, that's
merge,
mostly
which
a-
is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, there is some genuine
like
fear
a
that
the way
is
that
justified.
the way that Antifa's going about it is too
that's
far.
honestly what
Yeah,
I'm
I would
advocating.
agree. I mean, for most
That's
chapters,
what
but
I
I mean,
always
yeah.
wanted to.
It's like most chapters are the same assholes who, shut down the Marduk show. Being a metalhead, that fucking makes me angry. Censorship of any kind makes me fucking angry. And they did it with a threat of violence, too.
Yeah, not being at the whim
I
of
agree.
a fucking hurricane.
Oh, damn.
Or a fucking light bill that you forgot to pay.
Well, if you
Whoops,
count
I don't have
Antifa as
electricity
that,
till
then
next
yes,
month.
definitely.
Can we end that now?
I mean, even on the right,
Paul's
too.
an SJW and Paul's
With how
a
Trump's
fascist.
been, especially after the summit, too. I mean, he spouted a lot of, like, dictatorial shit. Like, you know, the American people should be like the Korean people and be loyal to Kim and shit like that.
That's fucked.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty pseudo-fascist in my opinion. So, I mean, he does have this, you know, vision of, like, grandeur of, like, I'm the greatest, you know, in him. Yeah, like, I mean, Trump wants to be a fucking dictator because he wants to dictate everything to be the best for him. For his own narrative. So, I mean...
Because he's a man baby who wants everything he
I mean, I don't actually think he has any actual ideology, to be honest, because he flip-flops all over the fucking place.
Oh, yeah.
But for the
He
most
doesn't
part...
give a shit. Like, the only thing he worships is money.
When I compare him to Hitler, I don't do that lightly. Yeah, when the orange Hitler, I bet there is some actual sentiment with that. I
You
mean,
could even compare
look at the
Hillary
fucking
Clinton to Hitler. Like,
I mean,
when
look at
she
the
was like saying like we should all work as a collective. That's something that Hitler said.
Well, I mean, I don't disagree with that notion. I think we should actually be working as, like, a human collective, not just,
also,
like...
she looks like the bitch of Buchenwald, too.
Yeah, I mean, I actually really don't disagree with that. I mean, and we should be working as a society, at least, more collectively for equal benefit of everybody.
Just
so
not serving one party or one person.
Or just an elitist
Which is
class.
what she wanted. She wanted to serve the elite.
Yeah, she wanted everyone to work in a collective of her cog of the corporate oligarchy, and that's what I disagreed with. But I don't disagree with the premise that we should work as a collective. But her view of a collective is not mine, so I don't agree with her when she says it. But, I mean, the premise of it, though, I do. So, if that makes sense. But
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, I mean, because... I do think that we have a potential as a society, especially with how connected we are, especially with the internet, like how I'm doing this now. Like, there's people across the country fucking listening to this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
and
I mean...
maybe at some point we might have people in other countries.
Clinton is a reptilian. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. She is a reptilian.
So,
I mean, I have also Doomkid subscribed to me, so I don't know if he watches my streams afterwards.
Is that why Bill Clinton has such a raspy voice?
I did not have sexual relations with that lizard.
I did not have
sexual relations with that lizard.
Mammal.
Lizard.
Mammal.
Lizard. 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 Which Clinton are we going to listen to now? Alright.
It was a mammal.
It was a lizard, I guarantee.
A mammal.
And then Obama is the Antichrist, sir.
If anybody's the fucking Antichrist, it's Trump. Let's be honest. Like, if the Bible, with its, like, fantastical prophecies is actually true, Trump is the fucking Antichrist. Because, you know, it's like, what did the Antichrist promise? Hope, change, you know, he becomes, he amasses all this great power. So the final piece, the one thing that we need is like an assassination attempt. Trump gets shot in the head, but then he's still alive and he's mortally wounded. That would be the final sign for him being the Antichrist. Then maybe I might go, huh. It might be true, but maybe it's just a coincidence.
It would definitely be coincidence to me, but I mean,
like,
fuck, like, you'll have to get 666 tattooed on your forehead or hand to buy or sell.
It's probably a birthmark, though. Oh, yeah, that's true, though. Like, if he says something, so we have a special number to be able to buy or sell anything under the Trump brand. We're now a monopoly. So, you need to have 666 marked onto you in order to barter or sell things. Tremendous.
Believe me.
Believe me, it'll be great.
Tremendous.
It'll make everything else convenient.
There are two Trumps in this room. That's what my stepdad kept saying Obama was going to do.
But
and
he
guess
never
what?
did that.
He never did. And also, there's no FEMA camps like my dad spews. And also, there's also he didn't
FEMA
actually
Auschwitz camps.
And also, he didn't like any fucking conspiracy that was perpetrated about Obama was just bullshit. He didn't come from Kenya. I'm pretty sure he was born in Hawaii. There's documents to prove that.
But they say, oh, they're fake. They've been faked.
FEMA death camps for white people. I don't think he went as far for white people, but basically everything else was true. What Dad said.
You mean like the Dachau, Auschwitz, Krakow, and Buchenwald, and you know all the things that happened like over 70 fucking years ago?
And ironically, the most fringe of them don't even believe the Holocaust happened.
I know.
And yet, Obamacare death panels. That was a thing, yeah. I mean, there's death panels with fucking...
There were more death panels. There are more death panels now under Trump care.
That's true, too. Well, I mean, Trump care didn't pass, but I mean, he's gutting Obamacare to the point where it's just more...
There were already more
unregulated
death
insurance
panels.
Companies and shit.
Like, over 45,000 people die every fucking year.
On average.
On average, because of a lack of basic fucking healthcare. Because they can't afford it. They can't afford the healthcare. The fact that we have to pay for a basic human right in our country is fucked. And every other industrial modern nation, you pay for it through your tax dollars.
Yeah, dude, it's just honestly generally
and
nice.
It's not like, oh, you got waiting lines and then you die. No, it's a priority-based system. If you're about to die, if you don't get immediate treatment, like maybe you're suffering from a pulmonary embolism, or he has some fucking heart attack, you're gonna get treated immediately.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna get it. But, like, somebody who needs, like, a fucking sex change operation, you know, or a fucking, like, you don't physically need that to survive, but I guess for your, like, mental well-being for some people,
I mean,
I guess.
And also there's,
or, like, chin surgery, you don't need that immediately, so, yeah, you're gonna be waiting for that. But, like, you know, if you're about to die, you know, if you don't get it, you're gonna get the treatment as soon as possible.
Yeah. Like, I mean, when it comes to shit like, fucking...
That's what JFK said.
It knows to make a... Yeah. I mean, we just said that earlier, too. I mean... I wish there's, like, a segment of the Kyle Kalinske versus Razor Fist debate, because, I mean, there would be some good points, because I know this...
Razor fisted him in the asshole. And it's not that I don't like Razor Fist. I do. But, like, I don't think... He says he went, you know, to the University of Arizona for, you know, and took political science.
Razorfish.
But, like, he doesn't... He sounds fairly ignorant in some aspects. Yeah, politically, he doesn't...
Kind of a fucking idiot, yeah.
Yeah, politically, he's not woke.
He's nowhere near woke.
At least he calls out the social justice warriors, and at least he's libertarian, and, you know, he respects, you know, he hates censorship like I do.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean...
Because censorship is bullshit all across the board. Naked bike ride, dude. Like, kids saw naked people.
I mean, my mom fucking hates the naked bike ride so much.
Shocked by it. They were like, "Oh my god, it's a penis," or "Oh my god, it's a vulva. I'm gonna have nightmares."
I mean, I would like. I mean, I'd probably want. For me, libertarian is just code for free market worshipping idiot.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah.
The one things I can agree with them on.
It's just like social
aspects, like, you know, yeah, let gays marry, you know, that let people do what they fucking want to do behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Let people have sex before they're married, and, you know, just the base, you know, social decency.
Just basic human respect, honestly. I mean,
just respecting basic human rights. They understand that, and then, you know, there's, you know, censorship. Why it should just be banned across the board. Like, censorship should not be around. It's a bullshit concept. All it does is stifle ideas. And I do believe in an open marketplace of ideas, but I don't believe in a fully open marketplace when it comes to capitalism. That shit needs to be restricted in some way. In order, to prevent people getting ripped off, monopolies. I mean, you want to know, like, a perfect argument against anarcho-capitalism? Look at drug cartels.
Yeah.
They don't follow any laws or regulations, and they end up poisoning their consumers, the drug addicts.
Yeah. I mean, that also just stems on to the drug war with, like, the pharmaceutical industry and why we should just legalize all drugs and everything like that.
In fact,
and also DEA and CIA and also the private prison industry.
And they're further emboldened the more they legalize this stuff, the more money they can make. Because not only does it embolden them, psychologically, but it also gives them more money because, Mark Twain made an excellent quote. He said, Adam didn't want the, apple for the apple's sake. He wanted it because it was forbidden.
Like, healthcare needs to be regulated, food needs to be regulated, any kind of waste needs strict regulations. Yeah, and also...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I just think healthcare should just be a basic human right that you shouldn't have to pay for in general, honestly. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to food, I think there just needs to be regulation on waste,
you're still
food
paying
waste.
for healthcare. It's through the
tax
tax
you know what
dollars.
I mean. You know what I mean, though. Like, it's paid through tax dollars.
But yeah, it shouldn't be out of your pocket.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, but at that sense, you're not actually really paying for it. You're just... it's just that guaranteed right that you're just going to be fine because, like, if you get fucking cancer or break your arm, you can't fucking control that, so we're going to make sure that, that gets recovered as quick as possible and most efficiently as possible, and you're back in working society.
After giving birth to 2 healthy twins, we're going to have to charge you about $2 million now.
So do you
have fun with your medical bankruptcy.
That's
someone
that's not a thing in every other
I don't-
industrial model nation. That's not a fucking thing. We don't have medical bankruptcy. That's an outrage. That's a fucking outrage. I should not be worried about that. Or like student loan debt. Student loan debt.
I'm lucky that I, FAFSA so far has been just kind of paying for my college in full, or else I'd be in fucking debt. Like, it saved me about $7,000.
I've avoided it.
$7,000 have been saved off my own pocket, which I could never even afford in my lifetime so far.
FAFSA, tech hire grant, all that stuff.
Which actually stems into this a little bit. This one
I don't know
last
if I
video I
would
want to check out.
ban homeschooling or even ban religious schooling.
And
I mean,
our
there-
sexy lesbian seltzer sellout.
like
and also our lesbian seltzer sellout is here to discuss
the
this
way
with
that
us.
like
Catholic schools all
our
over the place and
education
shit.
system
Like,
and how shitty it is, I
No,
would not ban
but I would just try
homeschooling.
to
I would encourage
incentivize
it.
as much as
There was a
possible
13-year-old
secular
kid
schools,
in
that's
a
the
community
answer. That's the
college
key,
that I went
so that
to.
we can
He was
kinda
13,
not have
and he was
clash of
homeschooled.
civilizations
And he
thing
was
going
like, he
on.
just
One
fucking
thing
hopped.
that I saw Richard
college.
Dawkins do with some Muslim
hold
schools
on.
in the
Let's
UK,
listen to this
and they
before
were
I
being
can say
taught
my
things were
opinion on
totally
it.
factually incorrect. Like evolution is basically bullshit. A lot
Yeah,
of things.
no,
so you
that
have
shouldn't
to-
be allowed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
then,
saying.
but
That point.
the reason I brought up homeschooling is I have a sister who's an ultra fundamentalist Christian who homeschools her children, and they're being taught things that are factually just not true.
Yeah, this is my
every
problem with
day.
homeschooling.
And when
This-
they are
this-
finally released from this homeschooling and
makes
sent
sense,
out into
though.
college, they're going to be at a huge social
No, I'm kind of on
disadvantage,
Paul
a
with
huge
this.
knowledge
Totally
disadvantage,
unprepared. Okay,
and they're
kinda makes
intelligent
sense.
little kids.
It really depends
so
on the
for
parent,
me,
too.
I think that
Yeah.
it's time that we do something about this homeschooling. I don't think
Because
that
he
we
worked
can,
in the education
we can
system
trust that
for about
that,
8 or 9
children
years.
are getting a standard education
I
at
love
home
Paul, dude. He's
and
great.
learning the facts
Like,
of
he's
the,
one of my-
of the world.
like,
We need some
besides
kind of
TJ, he's my
standard that we
favorite.
hold, education to, no?
This is why I want
So the
homeschooling
first
banned.
step
I'm
to
kind of,
what you're talking
I'm
about
actually
there
on,
is
so on a
just
similar
you
page.
have
Like,
to
I know I
have,
say I'm not for banning things,
federal
but
standards for education. Now
I
I know,
think, like,
with
there should
Common
either
Core,
be
maybe it was
strict
done wrong, and
licensing
maybe
to
it was
say,
done in
hey,
a goofy
there should be
way, where
licensing.
there's a lot
You
of
have to
shit in
have
there
the
that just shouldn't be in there.
standardized
But the
education,
idea
like,
of national
You should
standards
teach
for
your
education,
children this.
there should be
this
no debate
you're
about
not-
it.
yeah.
That's
Let's
a better
be real.
solution.
If we
actually.
don't have national
Regulate
standards,
it. See,
the people in
don't
Alabama,
ban shit.
Mississippi, and Kentucky
outright, like,
are going to be learning that creationism
But it
is
should-
ban that
untrue and
because that
evolution is
offends
false
me.
and
Ban that. I'm
Jesus loved
triggered
Reagan.
But if-
by that.
You can't
Yeah,
have
but
that.
if
Because I'm a
have to have
faggot,
that.
so everything
You
offends
have
me.
to have
You
a
offend me.
situation where
Oh my
it's like
god.
they're
Yeah,
actually
and if
learning
they
shit, or else
and
you're
if they
putting them at a massive
if they don't go by that
disadvantage.
criteria,
So, yeah,
they
I
should
would
be
have
fined, and
national
their kids should be
standards,
forced to go to
and then
public
the
school
question of
because their
homeschooling
parents
and
are
religious schools
inadequate
in
to
general,
fucking teach them.
I mean,
that should
again,
be
I
it.
don't know
There
if
should be a
And
criteria.
if the
ban them,
religious
but what I would
parent
do is
retards are
you
going
would
to
have
bitch
to
and
just
whine
They're not
about
gonna
it,
meet
like,
the criteria then.
I don't know how, but
Paul
you have to find a way.
exactly, that's what I believe in.
I-
Everyone
I
has a
am
right to
more
decent
authoritarian,
education,
but I
and
kinda
sometimes
Which we don't
homeschooling
get.
isn't.
I'll shut up because I know I want to
We
I actually
still
wanna
don't
hear you,
have a decent
Lane.
education.
Yeah, I mean, we had a
For
really
me,
pretty
can
good
we, like,
education
when
system.
we-
really,
29.
dance around
Like
the
when it,
meaning
like,
of
I think it's
homeschooling?
lower
Finland
now.
is like-
I think it's lower
Look,
now.
I know a
Actually,
lot of
Finland
this
is like
anecdotal, but
number
once
3.
again, I've
We're
witnessed the destruction
29.
that
You know what's
homeschooling
ironic
can
about
wreak.
Finland too?
Can I add something?
They're
Sure,
actually
please do. Paul
number
also
1 in freedom of the
advocates
press.
for the banning
Yeah.
of any religion.
Yeah.
They have
Paul also-
true freedom
Oh,
of the
sorry,
press
Paul.
there.
He
Not the
also
banning,
no
not the
censorship.
banning.
Oh, hold on. Actually,
Dicks,
I meant to say it
pussies,
differently.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm a
tits,
little
everywhere.
Paul actually advocates for the banning of any other language
'cause it's
other
bullshit.
than the universal common language.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I do.
I mean,
Well,
Like, you know,
like,
look
we're
at
talking
ancient
long-
Greece.
we're talking
There's
long-term here.
statues
I'm not talking
everywhere
about,
of like the
now we make
gods.
fucking,
You know, just
all other
parading
languages,
their rock hard abs and their big dicks, and you know, like the goddesses with their plump breasts and their thighs and their fucking vulvas everywhere.
I was
dude.
taught that Civil War was over states' rights and slaves were treated better than paid servants.
Holy shit, that's fucking dumb. Oh my god. It was fought over the states' rights to own slaves.
Own property, which that property was slaves.
Yeah.
And those land properties that they're also mentioning were the plantations that the slaves worked on.
Yep.
So they're spreading it half-truth because it technically was, but to go down the line, it goes
The
to
states'
slavery.
rights
It's slavery.
to own human beings.
Yeah. I mean, there's a problem with, like, that's the thing. There needs to be a standardized, like, education standard that we don't get, and Paul
they
gets
still
into
even
it here.
teach creationism.
Here, let's
in certain schools.
let Paul go into his beautiful rant,
They
which he
teach
goes in this entire thing.
creationism. You know, like in Islam, you know, if you masturbate, your hands will be pregnant in the afterlife. Well, in that case, my ex-girlfriend is gonna be fucking, like, hand octomom. Like, not even that. Like,
I am going to
like
have that slave's got great healthcare and clothes from the master.
Octocentennial mom. Like,
name me a place where a slave got really great healthcare better than a free man. I'll wait. I will wait.
I will wait for an eternity.
I will wait until I just can no longer breathe and die of age.
Not even that. I will wait here as an apparition, moaning.
I'll look like one of the statues of Pompeii.
Oh.
Apparently the South.
I'm waiting.
They just lie to themselves, dude. They're insecure about their loss. They're insecure.
They're very
insecure about their... dude, this video. What the fuck? I guess I have to replay it.
They're like, oh, that's why it somehow disconnected me from the Wi-Fi. Oh, my fucking God.
Dude. All right, here, you fix that really quick.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting tired, but I'm going to have a few more bowls before I actually confront it. You are chugging my water down.
Oh,
at least there's...
I gotta get my phone charged, too. It's like a 5%, man.
Oh, shit. Well, luckily this is the last video, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean... reconnect.
But yeah, okay. Like, so maybe not ban homeschooling.
We're back.
But regulate it.
Jefferson Davis is a natural hero instead of a traitor. That guy was the biggest anti... That's adorable.
Oh.
Nah, at the time I didn't know better. I don't blame you, man.
Put that illegal.
My education, our education at least was kind of the opposite. Remember U.S. history class?
Yeah, it was a little biased in some aspects too.
I mean, I did learn a lot, and actually was fairly productive as a class compared to other places in the country. Like, I do take for granted that we had a, despite a lot of the problems, we had a better education system than most of the country, than a lot of places in this country. I won't say most.
It still didn't really give us the life skills to actually take on the real world, though. It gave us better history.
Yeah, and, I mean, there's a lot of knowledge.
Better literature, except for Speak, though. That was a shit book. That was the only part in Miss Poland's class that I hated. Reading Speak. That was a stupid.
I liked her though.
book.
She was a pretty good teacher.
I liked Miss Poland, but that's like the only part that I didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, I liked a lot of the poetry she shared with us and everything, and like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Like, she's a super cool, groovy beatnik.
And she's a hippie, and also I would probably say she's part of the second wave feminist movement. Mm-hmm. I want to say she's third wave though. I
mean, the ones that.
Did you stick your pole in Miss Poland? Lol. Okay, she was a cougar, but no, we didn't. No. Why? No.
Well, I mean,
no.
Considering that, like, she lost her husband to some kind of cancer, like,
that's just a guarantee.
Yeah, I wouldn't really want to, like, exploit that and go, because that would just be wrong. But I mean, like, only if she was, like, looking for that.
F? Press F for respect. What does F even mean? Like, failed?
Of course, I have some wild ideas about the future, but ultimately speaking, can we really dance around the idea of, hey, we cannot allow religious zealots to take children and raise them in their home to believe things that are factually untrue, that are demonstrably destructive.
They are destructive.
And I think the fact that we have it's the fact that we have private schools and charter schools that have a religious background, and in Montana there's a lot of them because I used to go to Montana every summer, and my cousin was raised off of private Catholic schooling, it's just like these. I mean, the shit he's being taught. I mean, even I saw it, and unfortunately I had to go to some of these summer camps as a kid. It's fucked. Like, it's honestly just, like, kind of demonstrous. Creepy. I've seen those textbooks. I've seen that video.
Like, here's the thing about Christianity.
I'm a loyalist to Big Seltzer. I've seen most of his videos, dude.
Here's the thing about Christianity.
Even from, like, 2012.
The only thing you'll learn from Christianity is blind, unquestioning obedience, isolation...
To the sky, lady!
Isolation, and a contempt for life. That's all you'll learn. And also, you're abandoning, your old, like, pagan European values. Like, that your ancestors...
Pagan situation alert. Like, pagan situation alert.
That your pagan ancestors, follow. And I'm not saying that the pagan is better, necessarily. What I'm saying is like, they they actually, like, that, the whole family values thing that that the fucking conservative Christians love to boast, they took that from them. You know what it was like during the Dark Ages when fucking Christianity first came in? They discouraged the families. They wanted those monks and those nuns, because that's what they were at first. They wanted people to just be virgins and to be celibate for life, to abandon family, to abandon sex for, the kingdom of God. That's what they were made to do.
Did you explain to my girlfriend that the world isn't flat? Yeah, it's called go to the International Space Station, look out the window.
Yeah. Not only that,
or
but,
go,
look at all the live streams of, like...
Look at the literal science. It's literally in your fucking face. Like, how,
Well,
I don't even know how to even explain how to, it's just...
Boats. I mean, like, the fact...
You can't
even, like,
see
planes.
Yeah,
if a plane was, like, fucking trying to fly, like, east to go west...
Take a flight.
It would be fucking dropping off if it was a disc.
Take a flight from Chicago to Oslo, Norway. You'll be going over the Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't go if the world's flat, you won't be doing this weird,
the
whatever.
Fact that the Arctic is a fucking circle. Like... I just... What is wrong with people who believe that the Earth is flat?
If you go at least 150 feet above the
call
Earth,
somebody from the other side of the world where it's, nighttime. And over there, it's daytime. That should also disprove. Yeah, the seasons itself. God, it's like... Yeah. The magnetosphere, when you're, like, on a live stream...
The Antarctic is an ice wall, apparently.
You can... Like, the live stream, you can actually see... You can see, the Earth and how, round it is.
And the Antarctic wall isn't an ice wall, because how in the fuck are you going to see what's on the other side? What do we know that by now?
I know.
Fuck! What good is fucking hiding the idea that there's, some narrative that the round globe society is pushing? No! What the fuck? Oh my god!
Dude, if that was true, if that was honestly true, all those people saying that would be dead by now. They'd be, the fucking ancient Greeks. They found out the Earth was flat with just a couple of simple mathematical equations.
No, round, not flat.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant.
You exposed it. You exposed that globalist agenda. You exposed the globalist agenda.
That's what I meant, though. That's what I meant. The Earth is round.
Yeah, dude.
It wasn't because Christopher Columbus discovered it. No, that guy was a fucking douche. He started the trans... He paved the way for the transatlantic slave trade. Fuck that guy. Fuck that spaghetti-eating fuck.
He's Portuguese, though.
He was actually Portuguese, yes.
Yeah, that was... Dude, there's actually the Pope... There's actually, the Popes... there's, some relations between the Popes and, Christopher Columbus.
I would not be surprised.
Because, the Borgia...
I'm pretty sure he's a devout Catholic.
There's this... because, the Borgias was a Spanish, to be honest, she's kind of dumb. She likes the vigilant Christian.
Oh,
dude.
No.
So just before we started streaming, we were going to show Brandon the vigilant Christian Mario because that was one of his recommended videos. So I thought he might have actually been watching him, but I guess not because he didn't know who he was. So we were gonna. I was like, let's just do a stream. I was gonna do it anyway.
He's anything but vigilant.
He's the biggest gay fuck I've ever seen in my life.
Not only that, but it's his arguments are not even eloquent. The idea of being vigilant is that you're on top of your game. You're looking out.
He is a mental wreck. Have you seen him cry like a bitch?
You're looking out.
The cringeulent Christian. Yep. In a nutshell. Dude, he cries like a bitch. He did that to his fucking baptism. He does that just often. He's a bitch.
Well, maybe it's kind of...
He's not on his A game.
The thing about Christians when they try to act pious is they try to act like they're so elated and they're so happy in the presence of the Lord that they cry. That's kind of what they do. They're like, oh, I'm in tears. How happy I am. Oh.
Ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
The chances that human
think-
beings
let
have
me-
to
let-
survive.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think anyone wants to...
But yeah, like, I totally understand that, that argument, going back on the original subject at hand. See, he looked like he was excited for after the baptism.
He totally did, dude.
Maybe they'd use that, the special holy water.
Yep.
As the lobe.
Yep, that special holy pool water that's from a public pool. Like, fuck, dude. And there was like a fucking
Let
pool.
the chlorine
there
wash
was a
your
pool-
sins away.
There was a,
Oh no, there's a Babe
Dude,
Ruth in
dude.
the pool. No.
Dude, there was a fucking pool noodle just
There's a
drifting in the
dude-
background, dude. It was so...
Oh my god. Well, what if somebody puts a Babe Ruth in the pool and then makes it look like
I
a
wanted
duty?
that to happen, dude. I wish that happened. We repented for smoking weed. Just for that, I'm smoking weed.
And they're gonna baptize you again.
Weed is a satanic drug. Well, I'm praising Satan right now.
The devil's lettuce. I think really,
Hail
like,
Satan!
according to the Christian logic, though, God made the world, and so he made all the things in that earth, so he made marijuana, so wouldn't that be God's lettuce? God's lettuce. God's lettuce. Even though some of it could be tobacco, and I don't think you could see that very well.
That looked like weed. It
Yeah.
looked like weeds.
God's lettuce.
Let's get through this video. Holy shit,
God's
we tangented
lettuce.
so much.
But yeah, about the educational system and how they want to ban homeschooling, which I would
Well,
just say
that's what
regulate
Paul's
it.
for. For the most part.
Regulate
So
that shit.
do you
Make a
end-
criteria
To
by
religious
law.
people
Well,
to take a
let's
mistake
listen,
of saying-
Paul.
Absolutely
No,
not.
no,
We need to.
I agree with you. We
Look,
should.
there's
It
a
should
bigger-
be
I mean,
challenged.
like,
Ironically,
we
there's the
talk about
forbidden
children
fruit.
being brainwashed, but I mean, like, adults brainwash themselves in this country. Like,
Of course.
oh, the only news I trust is Breitbart.
You know
It's
what
like,
though? You know what though? The reason
Right.
that the reason that those adults exist, these
Lars
low information
Larson's my
voters
only
that you're
news
talking
source.
about, is because the education system failed them.
Mm-hmm.
The education failed in its number one, its number one goal, which is to make critical thinkers out of children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Period.
I think it made it at least out of me.
I think,
even
first of
though
all, I
it
think
didn't
that
totally
the goal
push
that
it.
you're trying to achieve, which is basically to
The
have
only news
everybody
Ignore likes is the
in
Drudge
an
Report.
environment
How did you
where
know?
they're actually learning
How did you know
shit
that's my
at
favorite
school,
source of news?
I think that goal is something that we all agree on. It's just a matter
We're
of
just
how
as-
you achieve
we're just
that.
obscure right-wing
And
podcasts,
There
that's
may
all.
be a way to do that where you don't poke the community with a stick and basically say, you're wrong and we're going to ban it. Like, there might be a way to say, okay, well, maybe you get an extra tax break if you send your kids to a public school, so you're financially incentivized to do it. Or maybe
Right.
you have...
What
Well,
the fuck? Okay, why is this?
JF
keep,
went
like-
full fascist. Oh yeah, he did, dude. JF is just straight up a fascist. The public space. My name
Yeah,
is Jean-François.
It sounds like Kyle is starting to get to, like, a pretty logical solution, like incentivize them to go to public school. But I'm like, I don't like public school either. Like, I think you should only have homeschool legal as long as they have a set of criteria that says they must, be able to have these, like, say, a high school graduate Lexile level by the time that they're 18. Like, the criteria that would be existing in public education.
Yeah.
Or higher.
I mean, and also
Same
just-
thing with math.
I mean, also
reading,
with that, there would
writing.
just be education in the reform in the system too. With that, because
Yeah.
that will at least give the incentivization of just a federal standard. Like,
Yeah.
there just need honestly, the federal government should be more implied for like standards that the state should at least
let's
follow as a
make
basic
sure
premise.
that this administration is gone, because
Well,
I
you
don't
know,
trust
well,
them with
yeah.
anything.
Well, yeah, of course, but like if we had like
Like-
someone like Bernie or some populist leftist that actually gives a shit about
Yeah.
the country, like FDR did.
Somebody who's competent.
Yeah, like I mean, someone who's actually willing to actually exchange ideas and views and try to actually do reasonable compromises and non-compromises when it's non-debatables, like climate change and healthcare,
Yeah.
and I even for me, education and shit, and also like drugs and stuff. Like I find that kind of non-debatable too, in a sense.
Yeah, because I mean, we've already done as much research.
Apparently,
as we
the
could.
Earth has a dome over it, and space is filled with water.
Jesus Christ. Is there anything that can convince this woman?
I want to rip my hair out.
Oh my god, dude. Why are you dating him? Or her, I'm sorry. Why are you dating her?
I want to rip my hair out.
Like... This is partly why I'm not dating my other girlfriend. It's good though. Yeah.
The pussy's good. There you go.
So you're whipped. I was whipped for a while too. Her pussy was good.
This is why I'm the incel of the group.
You're not an incel.
I know I'm not.
Because you don't.
Plus she's an 8. Damn.
Oh. Well, yeah, mine was around.
Unfortunately,
there too.
8s in Alabama usually means their intelligence is a 2.
Of course, like, my ex-girlfriend wasn't completely stupid, but she did fall for some pretty stupid things.
Dude. It was just, oh my god.
But her heart was in the right place, and she meant well.
But she was local. Unfortunately,
she was, yeah, she's unstable.
Like, there's just, like, unfortunately, a lot of instability in fucking, like, this country, too, and just, like, the family unit, too, it seems like.
Yeah. Dude, you know, isn't it ironic when the fucking Christians like to boast, we have family values, when they pervert it and just destroy it from the inside out, and at the same time, they sunder it?
And also in the South, there's also,
generation.
like, kids who are tortured and, like, put in, like, chained up and shit, and there's also a story of that in Washington, too.
Oh my god.
Where, like, you know, the parents are just absolutely... Obama wants to destroy the family unit.
Oh, don't worry. Christianity's been doing that for the last 2,000 fucking years. You're Gucci on that part. But like, dude, Vard Vikernes, like, I'll take, you know, some of the stuff with a grain of salt. But when it comes to the family, and like, because he has like 6 children.
Yeah.
He's got 6 children. And he's doing really well. Like, you know, he's got a very loving, beautiful wife. You know. And they're both really good to each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, he loves his kids.
And he
teaches them. His kids are pretty smart, too.
Yeah. I mean, also, he makes some of his income on Patreon with people that follow him, too. I mean, I don't...
he's not really a Patreon guy. He's he makes his money off of writing books.
Well,
For Mufrog, his RPG, and also the music, you know, that he did, too.
Yeah.
Good at some.
The most proven word of God, apparently. Yeah, written by probably either one or multiple men from 2,000 years ago who only probably heard vaguely of these stories.
Well, I mean, some of that could be like before then, you know, when Judaism was, you know, that genocide cult that was trying to kill off its neighbors, saying, you know, well, that's why we killed the Canaanites, because and the Sodomites and the fucking Philistines, because they were spreading the smegma. There's smegma everywhere. Oh, there's smegma.
Dude, just the fucking, like, how, like, there's so many it's so easily proven that religion is just a fallacy, and yet it's just insane how people fucking believe in that shit, dude. Like, it's like, dude.
It's like, I guess for them it must be like a form of escapism.
I don't know. Yeah, like, I mean...
Because they're fooling themselves.
I don't even think it's that. I mean, I think it's just like this...
But part of it's also because you have, you know, oligarchs. Because that's what it was like in the medieval times, you know. You had these higher-powered people, like, you know, the Catholic Church, and the Pope
or
would
the nobles
be
and
all the
lords. I'll just turn this off.
You'd have all those nobles, you know, like the Pope, and, you know, he would essentially, like, force... the people to say, give your riches, you know, for the Lord, you know, to save your
Cairo,
soul.
Egypt to Israel is about a 2-week trip. Yeah, and it took a fucking how many years, supposedly? Bullshit, dude.
That's a walk? Did you say a walk?
Yet, with God, it takes 40 years. Yeah.
40.
And also, apparently, the world got super flooded and it was a pure water planet, and then suddenly receded all of that water. And then got every fucking animal, like a polar bear, lions and elephants and all that shit, and gazelles and mosquitoes on one boat called Good. You know, like, I mean, there's just so many stories that are just obviously fucking bullshit, and yet people believe it.
I guess you could, like, stretch with the, you know, the Noah's Ark one and say, like, well, you know, like, even then, like, okay, in order for the Noah's Ark thing to actually work, there would have had to have been less species. Which also would have to buy into the evolution thing because, common ancestors, they would have had to spread to become, the zoology that we know now. So essentially, there would have had to be less species.
Yeah, and also the only actual evidence that is was related that was related with
shut up, Dino!
to like the world flood or some shit was just the ice age where all the ice receded and shit. But that didn't flood the world. That just that's just water transitioning from ice to water liquid.
So in order to make a logical argument for Noah's Ark, you still have to actually identify how
science and evolution of our Earth.
You
that
still
lasted
have to
thousands
that.
upon millennia of years. Our Earth has gone through so much shit over the few billion years it's been existing. I don't even know how long.
The Ark story is hard to buy. That's hard to believe.
It's impossible. It's it's literally
it is.
It's impossible.
But the worldwide flood part, you have to understand that actually every single culture around the world, you're practically told the story of a worldwide flood, so it must have happened. The Native Americans knew it.
It's probably
the Aztecs
of that
knew it.
ice age, maybe. I mean, that's the only explanation that could be.
It.
I mean, the only explanation I could think of is the ice age, where all the ice started melting away and the climate got warmer in the earth.
The Sumerians even knew it. All these different cultures from across the world knew that there was a worldwide flood, so that must have happened.
So, but my only explanation kind of goes back to the ice age where it receded and the climate got warmer and water just started coming out of everywhere. So, I mean, it would make sense that people thought, the world's flooding, but I mean, it wasn't really. It was
that could have,
Dinor. Yeah, there's little Dinors running everywhere. Yeah, Paul's dog, Dinor, in Salvador. Dinor in Salvador.
What was the Dinor supposed? Oh, okay, so
his dog, his fucking dog.
Was
Dinor in Salvador.
Is that like a typo?
No, that's Dinor. It's Paul's dog.
Dinor.
Yeah, Dinor.
That's cute.
Little fucking Dinors running around everywhere, causing ruckus. You need to watch Ideology more often, dude. Holy shit. You're out of the loop of all the memes. All the memes, man. Dinor is a drunken peasant meme. And also just the name of his fucking dog, too. I don't remember too much of the meme, Dinor. But I at least know he's a dog. I at least know it's a dog. So there's little baby Dinors running all over the place in the fucking Jurassic era. Little Dinors, Rah! From Jim Ass. Oh, I feel like it's coming back to me now a little bit, but I'll have to check it out later. But I'm gonna take a few more hits, probably wrap it up. It is late. It is a late, good stream. Holy fuck, it's almost... It's nearly 4 o'clock for us. That's not unusual for my current sleep habits at the moment. My sleep is fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever.
Oh, I still need to take time to charge my phone.
It's 6 here. Damn. Yeah.
It's 6 de la mañana.
Hey, the sun has already risen, so... The sun has risen for you, but it almost will for thee, yeah.
For me, you mean?
Well, for thee, yeah, for us.
No, thee is informal for you.
Well, for you and me.
Like,
bitch.
Don't fucking correct me!
I mean, like, Shakespeare.
Do not correct me, or I'll burn that
Shakespearean.
I will not.
Middle English.
Fake news. Fake news. I can go to sleep. I don't have anything to do. Yeah, I mean, same thing for me too. Yeah, my sleeping's so fucked. I need to get it fixed.
I'll eat a can of poo. I don't know.
I don't know. I might just do an all-nighter. I don't know. Try to get it fixed. Because I've been going to bed at fucking 5. So, I mean, mine is...
For me, it usually doesn't actually fix anything. It just kind of fucks up the schedule even more.
Well, it does for me because I kind of, even if I take a nap in the middle of the day, I'll still be going to bed at 10 or some shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
You look kind of lime.
Lime?
I look like a lime. If anything, I look like a fucking lemon. I'm a lemon, dude.
I'm a lemon?
I'm a lemon.
Oh, shit.
I'm a lemon.
I'm mentally disabled because I am a lemon. Oh, God, I'm a lemon.
Tommy from the original Power Rangers. Which one of us?
Oh, shit.
Which one of us?
I think he's pointing to you.
Oh.
Because, right now you seem to have that 90s, long hair mullet kind of thing going on.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
I kind of do with my...
Shit.
Oh, yeah, rocking the mullet. Rocking the mullet.
Party in the back, formal in the front. Mullet time on.
Oh,
mullet party on.
You need to put that
mullet party on.
In front of you. Oh god, it doesn't work. Damn it. No.
Mullet time. Mullet time. Bongre time.
This is why I just keep my hair long like this. I mean,
I'm not even. I can't compare to him yet. It's like down to here now.
But I mean,
it's down to here now.
Actually, you know who he kind of looked like? Adrian Smith.
Adrian Smith, a little bit.
He's.
I know I look like Legolas.
He's my favorite guitarist of Iron Maiden.
A little bit, but not really much now.
Adrian Smith's hair is a little more curled though. Like if yours was a bit wavier, you'd look a lot like him. Just give you like, you know, you just have like the Jackson guitar, and you wear like some of his weird like, you know, like his bandana and some of the spandex he had on. Then you would look a lot like him.
Is this a meth lighter? Which one? This or this? Because this is just a torch, and this is just a small lighter. And we're just gonna keep ripping this until it's gorn. Well, torches is what they use for meth. Well, think fucking no one uses meth here.
Yeah,
I just use a torch because it just, I don't know, like it gets a more powerful hit because it just gets it all at once, I guess.
I don't know anybody who uses meth, thankfully.
I mean, I know Harley's parents used to have a lab, and I know that my aunt used to do meth, but not anymore.
Former addicts, but they're not addicts anymore, and I'm glad they're not. Oh my god, meth heads are fucking terrifying, man. They're scary.
Damn, holy shit, lol. Never do heroin, kids. Or heroin, too, yeah. I know a former addict who used to do heroin. And I used to know someone who just straight up did heroin. And unfortunately, he was kind of, I think, unintentionally exiled from the group. I mean, you know what we're talking about, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He fucking, like, yeah, dude. I mean, he's kind of a sad, you know, story, honestly. Like, I feel bad for him for the most part.
Yeah, like, oh, man. So, I had my first band, I let Bill in that band, because, like, I thought that he was a good grunge singer. At the time, he was not very good at writing lyrics, because, like, he was terrible at writing lyrics, because what he did was, you know, like, he would try to jam as many syllables as possible into one small passage. And that's just not what you do. You don't force lyrics into it. No, I mean, like, Alice in Chains is awesome. But, like, this
fucking
guy
Paul
kinda,
says Alice in Chains is great. Damn straight, dude.
At the time, he kind of gave
Alice
me, like,
Chains
a
is great.
Lane Staley vibe. You know, Bill. And, like, I kind of regret letting him into the band, because, like, he would get progressively worse. Like, instead of getting better.
Yeah. It was because of that fucking drug addiction that he had.
That we later found out.
Yeah.
I didn't know, though. So we...
yeah. In fucking L.A., like, what he did... Like, he actually went to the point where it's like, I don't even want to be around him anymore. If I, like, see him, I'll kick his ass and shit.
Yeah,
it's like... It was, really like, angry. Unintentional, too. It's just like, dude...
See,
like, instead of getting...
We eventually kicked him out, but it's like, he practically kicked himself out. Himself out, really.
Like, he kind of kicked himself out of our group and everything. Everyone who has any success starts doing drugs. Well, unfortunately for him, it wasn't success. It was just a total failure on his part.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he lives in the same apartment that he does down on Harrison, because I never see him around, so... I don't know what the fuck happened to him, honestly. So... I could just only assume he kept going down.
Apparently, he became, like, some sort of, like, what do they call, he become, like, an anti-drug counselor.
Oh, really?
but like he's still hanging out with some of the druggies. So I don't know if it's because he's trying to help them, see a better path, or if he's just secretly still a drug addict. I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean, it just seems like it's a fuck scenario
That's only
anyway.
What I heard from L.A.
Yeah. Well. I don't know what is going on besides just that, I guess. I mean, hopefully that means he kind of got himself clean, but who knows. Stay in drugs and never do school. Yep. Summary of this podcast, everybody.
Stay in drugs,
never do school. Yep. Alright, well, I am tired as fuck. It's 1% battery life anyway. That's gonna die out soon.
It's gonna die. So if it doesn't die,
so if I don't stop it, the battery will. So at this point, it's irrelevant which stops first. So might as well end it here.
If it doesn't die, it's probably gonna die any second now.
Oh yeah. So anyway, my friend, I'll be seeing you either tomorrow or Wednesday. I don't know when. Yeah, I'm just not gonna keep up with like guaranteeing when I do it because obviously I don't guarantee it every time. So I'll just do it whenever I do it. But anyway. Peace out, my friend, and I'll be seeing you whenever I do another. Stay in drugs and never do school. Summary of today's show. Peace out, bitch!